Vasencaptid Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
This is Cheryl Burke from Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. The talk around GLP-1s is inescapable these days, but are you familiar with Future Health? They've made accessing qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s easier than ever before. I've had friends who have struggled with their weight for years, trying various diets and exercises without lasting success. And with GLP-1s, my friends actually noticed a reduction in cravings and felt way more in control of their eating habits, which led to weight loss, physical health, and feeling way more optimistic about their future. Feeling good is most important, and no matter what you do to be healthy or lose weight, for me, it's constantly, honestly, taking my dog for a walk multiple times a day and chasing after her. Your routines can apply science to be utilized. Everyone wins. They give millions of people affordable access to knowledgeable providers who really know weight loss medications for less than $3 a day. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
If you have chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, or shoulders, who can you turn to? How about real people with pain just like yours who discovered QC Kinetics?
Came to QC Kinetics. I had a lot of issues with my shoulders and neck. I am excited at the progress, being able to throw footballs with the grandkids.
My name is Jake. Was skeptical at first, but now after my procedures, I'm almost 100%.
Tens of thousands of patients are pain-free again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime, thanks to a groundbreaking regenerative therapy that uses your body's own healing agents to revitalize damaged tissue. For a free consultation, call 689-288-8697.
I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
I have absolutely no pain. The whole process is just fantastic.
I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
Find out if you're a candidate for regenerative therapy today. For a free consultation, call 689-288-8697. 689-288-8697.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
Get year-end savings on used cars now from $89.88. Shop at OrlandoNissan.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seeley.
It is Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. Lots to get to today. From Luigi Mangione's weird lawyer to wanted posters of healthcare CEOs in New York City. And you can now buy a new car on Amazon.com. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
1 week.
Good.
1 week.
Wait, one week. We don't work next Thursday and Friday? We stop. Oh, we stop at the middle of the week next week?
Yes.
I had no idea until right now. Had no clue, honestly, until this very moment.
Week and a half.
I thought we were doing all next week. That makes sense, though. All right. So we're so close. Look at that. I could see the finish line from here. And we could also see that tomorrow is the annual bike drive.
Yeah.
This is a big event, and we want you guys to help us out as best you can. Go out there and buy a bike for a kid. And kids have different size bikes, from the very small to like beginner bikes for kids to, a teenager's sized bike. And make sure you get a variety of those. If you're out getting, one, hopefully somebody gets the other. And we're going to take those bikes. We're going to try to get well over 100, which I know we're going to blow out of the water. And we've done thousands of these bikes over the years at this event. But what we do then is we hand them over to an amazing charity that directly connects these bikes with underprivileged kids in the area. And they will end up under these kids' Christmas trees. So that's you spreading that Christmas joy just a little bit more. And it's all going down tomorrow during the show. All right? We got all the details at realradio.fm/bike. That's where you can go. You'll hear us talking about drop-off locations. You swing by, you drop off the bike, and you're out of there. If the bike's not put together, don't worry about it. We'll get it put together. We'll figure it all out. Everything will be A-OK. So thanks ahead of time for everybody supporting us with this great event, and we'll see you tomorrow for the bike drive. Here we go.
Let's get your coats ready.
Yeah, how bad is it going to be?
Some layers. I haven't looked at the forecast since Monday morning.
See, last time they did it at Inter and Co Stadium, same kind of thing happened, where it was like...
It was the coldest day of the year.
Extremely cold, and I let Angel from the Monsters borrow a heater. It was
space heater.
It was a little tiny space heater. And apparently, as soon as he plugged it in, it shut down the entire broadcast. So I put that aside as far as the equipment for tomorrow.
Right. We're going to have to just prepare. And if you go with too many layers, then we could just peel them off as we go.
I get there, and brace yourselves, Rochester, for the eye rolling and the cringe.
True.
When I get there, it will be 50 degrees.
Whoa. It's too cold.
When the show starts, 57. When the show ends, 63.
Okay. It's not that bad.
Super cold.
It's not that bad. We're going to be okay. We're going to survive out there. And it's for the kids. It's for the kids. So it's a great cause. And we'll be doing that tomorrow during the show. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Canada, where Canada is building what some people are calling mega tents. I'm not sure what a mega tent is. I'm just imagining a very large tent to house the immigrants that they're pulling into that country. And there is one man who really doesn't like this idea. This man appears to be an Asian Canadian man, so I'm guessing an immigrant himself, and I can't understand a word he says. But he is very passionate that they do no mega tents for these immigrants.
There's a gentleman
there he is.
Just taking
no tents in Ottawa.
He's wearing a shirt that says "No tent in Ottawa." I believe there is security.
Is there security? They said there's security. He's not patting the guy on the back and hitting him on the back.
He basically hugged him.
He went up and put his arms around the guy who's at the podium on the stage. Don't worry, there's security. Does anybody see security in this video? Because I don't see. There's nobody protecting this dude.
He's now approaching the counselor.
Finally, security has now arrived on the scene. Maybe? Now he's screaming at the lady's face who's up there for security.
The security is her in a blazer, and she's just kind of waving her hand. If you could just escort
Not even
yourself.
a taser. She didn't have anything really to stop this guy
Canada's
from doing
so
what he's doing.
different than us.
The Canadians were cheering him on, though. He can barely speak English, and they're like, yeah, no tents in Ottawa.
He would have been tackled by now. In
the
America.
U.S., he's been "Don't Tase Me, Bro" 3 times in the United States of America. You're jumping up there with some sort of political candidate on the stage, but it's Canada, They do things a little bit differently there, and there that man was not very happy about the mega tents. Okay, many things to discuss today. We now have a face to put to a lawyer for Luigi Mangione, the United Healthcare CEO, alleged killer, and the CEO is like, or not the CEO.
I like how nice and newsy everybody's being about the suspect, the alleged killer. The person accused. Damn it, it happened. Son of a bitch. I got ad blocked.
Hey, innocent until proven guilty.
No, so the people who were saying that, and they're going super innocent until proven guilty, and it's like, what are the chances that he's innocent? What are...
If you ask the internet will tell you there are very good chances.
No, now the internet mostly is not telling you that he is innocent. The internet is telling you that he is hero.
Some of them are. Then some of the dumb internet is saying that this is not the same guy. His face is different. Everything about him is different.
The only thing that I have seen as far as this is a different guy, which is I don't know, I'm compelled a little bit by it, is the unibrow. As someone who was born with one, within a couple days to have that unibrow taken down so quickly is impressive.
I mean, he had strong brows in the photos that we saw from the hostel,
but
rather.
That one like Starbucks pic, the famous one where he's smiling. It was like they're so close together, you could put maybe a pencil in between.
This guy was not doing much to hide his identity.
A Musgrave pencil.
Yeah.
He was not doing a lot to cover up who he was out there in public. But his attorney is this strange-looking dude.
I'm surprised Busby didn't pick it up.
Somebody says he looks like the Appliance Direct guy. I don't know.
Not really. Not at all, no.
He looks like, I mean, with all due respect.
I think they're talking about the protester from Canada.
Oh, that guy? Oh, okay, that makes more sense. This guy, who is the attorney for Luigi Mangione, looks like an elf or something. He looks like one of the people that are maybe like Buddy's boss up in the North Pole. He's got a very elfish look to him, this guy. And he seemed to be really enjoying the fact that he's getting a bunch of attention now. All smiles. He's ready to go. He's doing an interview. Let's see what he said.
I don't really. Oh no, I think all I asked was the shares to keep my client around for a little bit so I could talk to him.
And what did you?
He just talked to him.
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. You're kidding, right? You've been on this.
Sir, your client said something to reporters as he was walking in about this being an insult to the American people. Do you have any comment on that?
I have to take a look at that. No, I don't have any comment on that. I just know that, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on something I haven't seen.
Yeah, we knew he wasn't going to like that when we talked about this yesterday. Like an elf. He's a little strange, this guy, but he likes mixing it up. He's in a gaggle, I guess maybe is the best word for it, of reporters.
Hilariously, he likes to be on TV, but he has nothing to say. He's like, happy to be here, not going to say a damn thing. Wait, you think I'm going to answer that question?
Somebody says Timu Bernie Madoff. I could see that a little bit. Yeah, it kind of looks like a small version of a businessman who's out there. And he's the attorney for Luigi Mangione, so he's talking about his client.
Any comment on the outpouring of support there's been for him online?
No, I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, and like I said, if you're an American, you believe in the American criminal justice system, you have to presume to be innocent. And none of us would want anything other than that if that were us in those shoes. And so I'm glad he has some support.
Listen, you just said a moment ago that that's what lawyers do when telling their clients to be quiet. What did you mean by that?
Well, no, I mean, because I'm going to do all the talking. You know, it's you have the right to remain silent, and I believe in that right.
And man, this guy is. What did somebody just say earlier? Oh God, Joe Pesci. Somebody said Joe Pesci. This guy is heavy Joe Pesci vibes, right? My cousin Vinny, he's channeling all of it here at this event, and he's smiling ear to ear, excited that he's going to be doing this. He said there is no evidence linking my client to this crime. And then they released a whole bunch of fingerprints and some other stuff that were a match.
Full manifesto.
He's got a very short manifesto. And might I say, all right, as a man who's read many manifestos in my time, one of the worst manifestos I have read. Everybody is saying this Luigi Mangione guy, talked to him. He was so smart. He was very brilliant. He was saying smart. That it was like a manifesto of a child. It was a bad manifesto. He was angry about things. He had almost all of his figures and stats all sideways and wrong. It's weird. You would think somebody that was intelligent would have had a better manifesto than that, which is why I really think there could be something to the idea that this guy had some sort of psychotic break and that something happened, which is why his parents reported him missing about a month ago, which is why he wasn't in touch with his family at all, which is why he disconnected from his friends and just kept going to Japan, but called Japanese people NPCs. And there was a lot of stuff that was going on there in the last month of this guy's life that seems very different from all his previous behavior. And to me, that screams somebody spun loose. Somebody had a moment where they had a psychotic break. And now we're just trying to put the pieces together. And this attorney is actually in a pretty good spot, all things considered, I would say. Because you're not just representing some person who killed another person. You're representing somebody who killed another person, but still manages to have some supporters. You got people on your side.
Oh, they're obsessed with him. And the T-shirts I've seen coming out.
Merch crazy. Not even just T-shirts. The guys got more merch than we do at this point. And they're trying
They had a Spike and Luigi from the Mario world. Oh, you guys talked about this already.
No, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, a Spike in the hats that Luigi wears.
It does not surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That book that was very similar to the 3 words that he got on the shell casing. What was it? Reject, whatever.
It
is the weirdest Christmas shopping marketing ploy I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, but there's tons of people who have popped up, and they're selling this stuff. It's all over the place, this story. And the attorney is just making things a little more wild. The attorney's quoting the movie Airplane at the press conference.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be a character in all of this. And I'm wondering now, will this end up being a court case with cameras in the courtroom? I would hope that would be the case, because this would be very interesting to watch all of this and to be able to get the actual goings on directly from the courtroom, not through some dummy reporter.
Is this a state case or a federal case?
Well, they're bringing him back. They're extraditing him back to New York.
Correct.
So I would think New York, but then what do you make of
he traveled to do it?
Yeah, if you travel to do it and then you leave the state, when crossing state lines sometimes makes this a federal issue. I don't know if it actually is. They may have a lot of different charges that he faces moving forward.
The book you're talking about, Delay, Deny, Defend.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
instead of delay, he wrote depose on one of the bullets.
Yeah, and those shirts, that book, all of that stuff has gone pretty viral in the wake of this. So we'll see what's happening. I'm really betting on there was something that blew up in this guy's mind in the last month and sent him on a spiral and led him to focus his anger on this healthcare CEO and then go and kill the guy. All of it will unfold in the next, well, it'll probably cool this down for December, but it'll kick up, I'm sure, in the month of January, pretty big time. Over to the email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails about a story we covered at the end of the show yesterday, which if you didn't hear it, was pretty interesting to me. And here's what happened. There was a liquor store in, what state was that in, Celia? Do you remember?
Ohio.
It was Ohio. Okay, so Ohio liquor stores are possibly going to have to change the way they sell liquor. And they had these issues where bourbons and other very popular liquors would come out and people would buy
high
them
demand
on.
bottles, rare, hard to find.
Yes. Yeah, they'd release some like limited edition or hard to find thing, and people would buy them very, very quickly, and then they would sell them on the secondary market. And because there was this elected official in Ohio that was mad about this, he said, I want everybody in Ohio, when you're checking out at the liquor store, I want them to have to open the bottle. And so you don't have like a sealed, closed bottle of liquor. And the folks who are listening to this in the liquor industry started chiming in. This says, please keep me anonymous. I've been in the liquor industry for over 10 years. Regarding opening rare bourbon bottles in the store upon purchase, it does indeed make a lot of sense, this person says. I'm going to screw up some pronunciations here, and let's see if we can start with this one. Sazerac? Is that right?
No, Sazerac, you nailed it.
Sazerac bourbons are by far the most annoying to deal with in the business. Their bourbons are Eagle Rare, Blanton's, Happy Van Winkle,
gotcha.
E.H. Taylor, Buffalo Trace, Stag, etc. While it's a challenge for customers to get their hands on these bottles, it's a ride for the independent retailer. I can't speak for the chains like ABC Total Wine or Sam's Club, but for independently owned retailers, their very limited allocation depends on all the other items Sazerac would like to sell to these places. So basically, this person says, if you want to get the chance to sell Blanton's or Buffalo Trace, you have to take every product that this place has. And even then, when you stock your shelves with all these other products, they'll maybe give you 3 cases of Buffalo Trace and literally 2 bottles of Blanton's every other month. Mm-hmm. And so they can't keep these things in stock. The retailers are bending over backwards for the opportunity to sell the bottles. It isn't a guarantee that they'll be sold to them by the distributor. I've seen it many times, they said. So I don't think it's a crazy idea to ask customers to open these bottles. And he says, other hot takes, not hot takes, really just facts. Pappy Van Winkle isn't worth the price. Buffalo isn't horrible. And Blanton's isn't worth the cost either. The only one of the portfolio worth the $90 to $110 is Eagle Rare. Love you guys. Happy Wednesday. Hakuna Matata, says Anonymous. Thank you so much for the email. You, too, can reach out to the show and send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. One more real quick because Phil has emailed us. Phil says, gotta say, you guys are great. Let's stop and consider that for a moment.
I think, done reading.
Checks out. Yeah, I mean, we appreciate it. I think you're accurate in saying that. I think if you really believe that, Phil, you might snag a bike and come out to the bike drive tomorrow during the show. But we'll go back to you. Especially love your entertainment recommendations. I really, really love Silo. But if you look back, the plot development makes me think it's almost the same as Lost. Sir, do not say that. Do not say that. Please don't bring that up.
Don't know.
I don't want this thing to get lost like Lost. It was so bad. Who are the others, he said, in quotes. The spoiler, the second amongst who knows how many other silos are the same as the others. Just hope it doesn't end the same way. Cancel with too many unanswered questions. You guys are awesome, says Phil. Phil, have hope. Have hope. And remember, there are 3 silo books that they're pulling from. And Lost, it was just a bunch of stoner writers pulling from their brains. And that's maybe what did those folks in.
One of the things this season that's really throwing me off about Lost is, and I'm guessing this was the same in the books. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the timeline was between the books and when, but the fact that there's a person named Solo, mm-hmm. and
there's a Solo in Lost.
No. Is there?
I don't know. I've never watched Lost. I've been watching Silo. I noticed the Solo person. I got to say that actor has played. It seems like he's played that character a couple times.
That guy's great. I love him.
I love him too. But has he not played that exact character?
He always kind of plays that. I think he's in that character a little bit. I think there's a little bit of him. He's the guy from That Thing You Do.
Yeah,
and,
Steve Zahn.
White Lotus, Steve Zahn, who's in Silo.
He was the most normal in White Lotus, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But no, the fact that there's a guy named Solo, whenever I hear Solo, I just think of Han Solo.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
immediately. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get to your dispatches. Also, somebody is under investigation right now for something that happened with their child. And I want to ask everybody if you think this is a legitimate thing to be worried about, or if this is everyone overreacting. It's a really interesting story, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4, expect delays in the Champions Gate area. Traffic is slowing down between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Construction is causing pockets of congestion on Florida's Turnpike between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. Authorities are clearing up an accident where Orange Blossom Trail meets Long Street. There's an accident on US 27 northbound before Citrus Ridge Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. With Progressive Insurance, you can make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Planning holiday get-togethers means making tough, last-minute decisions. But preparing the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. So let the Fresh from Florida Club help. Members can browse hundreds of recipes, from sweet corn and sausage stuffing to Florida spiny lobster bisque, each with local, in-season ingredients to create and save holiday menus ahead of time. Visit freshfromflorida.com and join the free Fresh from Florida Club. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Had enough of this country? Ever dreamt about starting your own?
I planted the flag. This is mine. I own this.
It's surprisingly easy.
55 gallons of water, 500 pounds of concrete.
Or maybe not.
No country willingly gives up their territory.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Bullets.
Listen to Escape from Zakistan on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Escape from ZAQ-istan to start listening.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's the
Appreciate it. You learn more about the show by going over to the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com, and there you can record an audio or video dispatch so you can join us on the show with whatever's on your mind today. Whenever I see a story like this, I go, yes, this is gross behavior, but should we be worried about this? Is this an actual thing? And I'm going to say the person's name online, and you guys tell me, Sabrina and C-Lane, if this person has showed up in your feed, if you've seen them,
Facebook,
if you're familiar.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
Nurse Hannah. Do you know who that is?
No.
God, no. I don't. I can't
I'm glad you don't. I'm glad, honestly, because this is terrible, terrible stuff. Nurse Hannah is this woman who does mom-type content on TikTok and some other platforms. And in a lot of the things, she's sort of just being mean to her kid. She's got a little toddler.
Is this the flinch lady?
Yes, that's
Okay.
This is a lady, okay? And so the first thing you should know is there's all sorts of videos with the family and her and her husband or whatever, and this young baby. The baby's just a little toddler. And in some of the scenes, you'll see like the baby is reaching for food on the table. Here's an example if you're watching the show today. The baby's reaching for food, and the dad like flicks the kid's fingers off. And then this is one of the bigger moments that people were talking about, where the father comes over to this little kid And when he gets near him, the kid recoils. He pulls his hands back toward his face as if he's about to get hit. So my question is that legitimately a sign that somebody's hitting their kid? If you went to Jackson, maybe Jackson's too young for this right now, C-Lane, but if you went to him and like kind of flinched,
he just takes it.
Yeah, like I would think Jackson maybe isn't even aware that there's a threat, so therefore he doesn't recoil like something's going to happen to him because he's not thinking that could be an issue. So therefore, when you see somebody where their kids flinch away, does that imply that they hit their kids?
Is recoil something that you learn, or is that instinct? That's
what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying.
I would assume that it's instinct, that like you get scared, not because you've been scared already, but because that's how your body naturally reacts.
Let's say you go up to Carl. Sabrina's got a little dog named Carl, tiny little thing. Mm-hmm. And if you go up to Carl and if you flinch at him, does Carl react like he's going to get hit? He's probably not been hit, at least not been hit by you. And does he do that or no?
No, he doesn't. I haven't really done anything like that, but I also think Carl is a different kind of beast. Mm-hmm. He's not scared of anything but a trash truck, and just a trash truck. A semi can come through my neighborhood, and he's like, rah, rah, rah. But when it comes to like,
ladies not scared.
Have you seen that like trend where if you move?
Have you tried to, like get a lady like, yo?
Yeah, we've because that was a thing. People were doing that online. I don't know if this is a trend you were talking about, Sabrina, but
when you move at an infant, they cry.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that.
It's apparently a trend, and I don't think it's like all the videos I've seen. It's like people doing that for the first time with their infants.
Right.
So that is obviously an initial reaction versus they have been nurtured into that.
Yeah, but what does it
reaction.
say that if I flinch at Lady, she doesn't move? If you flinch at Carl, he doesn't move. If C-Lane flinches at his son, Jackson, he doesn't recoil like that. But this kid does. Did this kid just learn that from something else? Or there's a lot of people in chat are saying this is a sign that somebody is getting hit. But other people, Tanya included on YouTube, says, I would flinch if somebody swung at me. Not because I get hit often, but because it just happens naturally.
Right.
For adults, yes.
But adults know what getting hit is.
Right.
Exactly. That's the thing. Adults are familiar with somebody punching another person, so they know, oh, that hurts. I don't want that to happen to me. If you have no fear.
But what scares a child? Like, you know that little pickle toy? Mm-hmm. Or like cactus, I think it is, that it records what a baby is doing and then repeats it back?
Yeah.
Like, and that scares kids. But is that because they've been attacked by the toy before?
No, some of that's
just
baked
a scary sound or an image that they're not used to, and that's their body react. I mean, I really don't know. I am certainly on the. I've seen this seen the TikToks about this family before, and it is coming off poorly. So
yeah, it doesn't look good.
I'd look on the side of someone needs to kind of dig into it a little bit more maybe, but it's also just like you're prompting the idea that like at what point when a child is growing do they like their body is just reacting to something scary.
Here's a study. This says fear in infancy. So this is what we're talking about. Lessons from snakes, spiders, heights, and strangers. And it says this review challenges the traditional interpretation of infants and young children's responses to three types of fear-inducing stimuli: snakes, spiders, heights, and strangers. The traditional account is these stimuli are objects of infants' earliest developing fears. We present evidence against that, and they say that these people, like infants, are not automatically scared. So another story I just saw said if you put infants in a room with snakes, they don't have a natural fear of snakes. In fact, they go for them.
They look like toys.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, look at that thing. They go
Jackson goes for everything. You know, Jackson, he's had a run-in with a dog before.
No, yeah.
Still tries to pet him.
He doesn't care? He's not worried. I think this may be not a good sign. And the parents are also giving us so much other stuff to look at and see, hey, there's not good parenting going on here. But the kid clearly, in these videos, he's clearly recoiling as his father approaches him. And he just pulls back, puts his hands up, and you can like see fear in his eyes. But over and over, these parents film themselves being rude to their kid, flicking their kid away, and now they're investigating this person.
My kid recoils when I try to feed him green beans.
Oh, because he knows. He's learned that. He's learned green beans are gross. He's not wrong. Hannah Hyatt is known as Nurse Hannah on social media. They say she previously gained online attention after she shared a video of 17 used diapers scattered throughout her house. Disgusting, okay? The 25-year-old mother of two received millions of views. She also faced thousands of comments criticizing her for leaving the dirty diapers around her house. The whole account since then has become just her irritated with the fact that she has a young child, because that's what she went viral for to begin with. But what is that? Is that a sign of something bad, or is it just natural and they shouldn't be investigating these parents? Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com on your phone, your laptop, anything with a microphone, and record your first or second even dispatch right now. We'll get to those in a bit. You know what? Yesterday, speaking of research, I told you I'm obsessed with this idea that during our lifetime, we're going to be able to talk with animals. We're going to break through and we're going to talk with animals. And I talked about this study of the animals using soundboards, specifically dogs, and they said it wasn't just random. The dogs knew what they were doing, and the dogs were talking to the humans through these soundboards and the testing that they were doing. And after the show, I was intrigued, so I wanted to read a little more of the study, and I read the saddest damn thing I've read in a long time. They set out all these buttons for these dogs. Some of them were water buttons, and the dogs would hit the water button. Water, water, water. Dog would hit the food button. Food, food, food. Snack, snack. The dog would hit these buttons over and over and over. You know what the least pressed button by all of the dogs in this study was? I love you was the least pressed button.
They don't know what I love you means. They don't get anything for it.
They've figured out everything else, and they could use all of those other words. But there was one that was just available for the dog to express its love for the owner, and the dogs didn't care about
There's no return.
Right.
Well, that's proving the point.
You press food, you get food. You press outside, you get to go outside. You press water, you get water.
What if we talk to them? What if we break through and they go, I don't like you?
What if you just change the L to an R, and maybe that makes them understand it better?
I don't know if these are actual indications
He's back, baby.
of the feelings of these animals or not, but it hurts. It hurts. If Lady had this whole array of buttons and one of them was I love you and she never touched it, I'd go, fine. I'm not treating you the same way moving forward. I'll feed you and you'll get water, but I'm not giving you the same amount of love. It feels purposeful and hurtful. What do you think about all of this? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send that dispatch. When we come back, there's a couple of stories we got to talk about. One of them is about another one of these chatbot things that went wrong, but an unbelievable twist. When I saw this morning, I said, no shot. But it's true.
Thought we were getting something else there.
No. This is a story we've been following on the show, and I absolutely didn't expect this. But we'll get the update to everybody when we come back. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, I'll tell you why John Morgan is suing some major food industry companies, AI grannies, and something you need to be aware of this Christmas shopping season. Plus, we'll do Animal House. We'll talk to Scott Maxwell and Ross Padgett. For trivia, it's TSO tickets, plus your calls, text, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Wednesday forecast. And the rest of today will feature gusty winds as a cold front pushes into the region. That will also bring with it the increasing chances of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Best chances of rain will be taking place as we get closer towards around midday and into the early afternoon. We can expect some gusty winds, lightning, and thunder from these. Behind the front, we'll be expecting temperatures to dip down into the 30s and 40s overnight, with wind chills likely in the low 30s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. And this is the time of year when something could go south on your air conditioner. If you don't know how to fix it, you're like me, that is not something I'm familiar with. Totally understandable. Don't go to YouTube and start searching things. It's your AC. It's a big deal. Go to the experts at Mills Air. They've been in business since 1992. They're not just YouTubing things. It's over 30 years that they've been fixing ACs for people just like you. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer and can get you huge rebates if you're getting a brand new Carrier unit. And you should, because it'll save you big on your power bill. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Ask about their preventative maintenance, which can save you money, and detect an upcoming breakdown before it happens. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey, it's Jenny Garth here. The talk around GLP-1s is inescapable these days, but are you familiar with Future Health? They've made accessing qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s easier than ever before. My friend has struggled with their weight for many years. It was always up and down. She tried fad diets, never saw lasting results. So she started using GLP-1s, and not only did the weight come off, but she also gained more energy to do all those activities that she loved the most. I'm all about feeling my best and living my life in a healthy way. It's incredible how science is able to help us achieve that healthy lifestyle that we are all striving for. Future Health gives millions of people affordable access to knowledgeable providers who really know weight loss medications for less than $3 a day. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare service provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Struggling to find the perfect gift? Verizon makes gift giving easy. With incredible holiday deals on the latest devices, gaming consoles, and accessories, there's something for everyone on your list. Don't wait. Visit your local Verizon store today and walk out with gifts that everyone in the family will love.
Hey, Florida drivers, the holiday season is upon us. When celebrating, always plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Besides, a DUI could cost you $10,000. Not exactly the best gift you could give yourself. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other. Sounded so good.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
New deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Plus, save with weekly deal drops on appliances, tools, and more. Valid 12/5 through 12/11. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
To a story that we've been following for a while on the show, and we'll also get to some of your feedback, your emails, your dispatches from thenewsjunkie.com. I did want to talk about this real quick. This is kind of wild. I'm not familiar with the original. Maybe you, Sabrina, or you, C-Lane, have seen this movie, but what's it called? 28 Days Later, I think? Is that the original one?
I have watched. It's
It's a
28
zombie
days
movie.
later, 28 weeks later. I've watched both of them several times.
Okay.
The latest trailer being 28 years later.
Yes, this is a sequel to those movies, which are zombie movies, correct? Yes?
Yes, post-apocalyptic, some S went down.
All right, and 28 years later is the new one, and I saw the trailer for this, and I said, that looks pretty interesting. I might be interested in seeing that maybe when it comes out on demand. And then I saw this article about 28 years later when the trailer came out. They said the entire movie was filmed on an iPhone 15.
Yeah.
And I thought, boy, we have really come a long way. We have really, really come a long way.
That is the last iPhone. There's an even better one now.
I know. Yeah, and they've filmed a movie that is theater quality, studio quality production that they've made. And if you think back, let's go even to the 80s. If it was the 1980s and you had an idea, you said, I want to be a director. I have a great idea for a movie. I know all these people who could do this great acting. You'd never be able to do it because your version on a handheld camera that you had at the time would be so terrible compared to the incredibly expensive equipment that the Hollywood people have. Just not even worth doing. It's not even worth attempting, trying to get to that level. Now, homeless people have cell phones that can film production pieces.
No, they don't.
You got a flag on the field here,
a huge flag on the field. They do this.
What's that?
First, how much did Apple pay to get them to agree to film this only on an iPhone 15?
They must have.
So they can
Also,
brag about it. Because every time they release a new iPhone, usually they show a commercial about it, and at the end of the commercial, or sometimes at the end of the entire announcement event, they say this whole thing was shot on an iPhone 15 Pro Max or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But have you seen any footage of them using the iPhone to film it?
I have not, no.
Okay.
I'm just taking them at their word.
What you would see is like, imagine a movie camera where they just slice it off right where the lens hits the guts.
Okay, so wait, you're telling me that nobody's sitting out there like this with an iPhone?
100% no, absolutely not. That's not what's happening. They have mounts with very high tech lenses,
and post is insane.
They have post production, but they also have a department of not department. They have lighting. They have a person who's in charge of, blocking and setting up the shot. Like everything else is professional except the iPhone.
Still, though, you could have had that same thing that you just said, all the professional lighting and all that stuff. 10 years ago, you could not have done this.
No, absolutely not. And cinematic view, while it takes up such a giant chunk of your storage on the iPhone, it is impressive.
What's this? I've not heard this before.
If you go into your camera settings, you have, 13, 14?
Guy's got an 11, I think.
So. Mine's a little older.
So I have the one with the 3 lenses. So I think it's 13 Pro. Maybe.
Okay. I have
maybe
2.
14. I think it's 13 Pro.
Is that 2?
in the camera settings. You might have it too, though, but you like scoop to the side and it has cinematic.
And it makes it look like a movie production would?
And I mean, you look at the videos. I've used it a lot in concerts, and it looks incredible. It really does.
It's wild.
Now, when it comes to watching that on a big screen, I'm sure there's a lot to it. However, it really, I imagine, saves the budget when you have a headline like the whole thing filmed on an iPhone.
It's got to be paying Apple.
I will give the credit where it's due. The video looks great.
It does, but there's no way the directors, and I think we all agree on this, there's no way the directors said, well, let's just for funsies shoot this on an iPhone 15. They must have got a big chunk of money from Apple to do that. But we'd have to look into that. Let me know if you find something on that
Also,
ceiling.
the biggest or the most space on an iPhone that you can find right now is a terabyte. Like if you
1 terabyte.
If you go on and buy the latest iPhone, which is 16, and you go Pro Max, the most expensive one, a terabyte is as much as you can get on there.
Yeah.
And that's not a lot when you're saying you want to shoot a major motion picture. Because
how long would that hold?
You're going to want it in 4K.
Yeah, clearly.
Let's see. How much 4K video
would 1 terabyte be? Because they probably just do one little clip at a time over and over and over again until they can build it all up. Unless they've got this Frankenstein iPhone built into something
10
different.
to 16 hours.
Really? That's way better than I thought. That's a lot compared to what I'm used to working with. That's crazy. All right, here's an update on a story that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks. Very much surprised me this morning. Remember the kayaker who faked his death and fled the country?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He's back. He came back and he got arrested.
What an idiot.
The guy came back.
Plea deal all day.
We were talking about no chance in hell does this guy ever come back. He abandoned his family. He said he didn't want to deal with his family anymore. He faked his death in a kayak accident, and then he disappeared. The judges and authorities were telling him, come back. We know you're alive. We know you faked this. He did a proof of life video where he was in some other country, and he said, I'm not coming back. And now it looks like he's come back. And unless there's something else I'm missing here, it says online records on Tuesday night showed Ryan Borgwart, 45, in custody at Green Lake County Jail. Borgwart was initially reported missing on August 11th after failing to return from kayaking on Green Lake before the Green Lake County Sheriff's Office revealed he staged his disappearance and fled the country. And he was in some video where they contacted, there's a woman speaking Russian near him in the video. And then they did a whole thing. So he's got to be in trouble. There was a 54-day search for this man. He's got to be in trouble. But I thought, no shot would this guy ever come back. And yet here he is. He has returned. He's in custody at the jail. And they said Borgwart would not face significant jail time after staging a death, which is kind of surprising to me. We'll keep our eyes out for some more information on this guy and see what happened to him. What do you think his punishment should be? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's work in one dispatch real quick, and we'll hear from Flip is talking about the iPhone movie.
I want to beat Seychelles to the punch. If they wanted even a better movie, they should have filmed the whole thing on a Galaxy phone. My wife leaves her iPhone in the car now when we go anywhere where we're going to take pictures, and she just takes my phone and takes pictures and videos with it because it's so far superior to an iPhone.
Yeah, the phones now, all of them, though. I mean, I know you guys can do the Android versus iPhone thing all day long. That's fine. We can fight about that. But I'm just saying all of them are pretty impressive right now. And you don't talk about a lot of things that I thought we'd be talking about. When I was younger and they started bringing out these digital cameras, they go, this is a 4 megapixel digital camera.
You're going to get 15 photos in that memory card.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to transfer
and
them.
at that point, I go, who needs more?
At the time, that was still better than the alternative, which was taking 15 pictures on a roll of film, taking it to Walgreens or taking it to Costco or Sam's Club, dropping it in the little bag and waiting for them to I mean, sometimes waiting a couple days.
Then printing out like 10 pictures that were garbage.
Yeah.
You thought at that time, though, you go, it can't get much better than this, can it? Maybe they'll go to 10 megapixel. They don't even talk about megapixels anymore.
In fact, I think it might have been kilopixels.
It could be.
I think my dad's first digital camera maybe did not have a screen that allowed you to view the picture and possibly delete
Same
it.
with my dad, without a doubt. It was like, and it was giant, and it took forever to.
They were big.
To like transfer it over and see it. And then I was talking to my best friends I've known them since I was 13 years old, and we're sharing old videos. And there was one where I was, I think, like 12 years old. She sends it, and you could hear her in the video going, "Hurry up, it's going to run out of time."
You only have so much.
And I'm like, now you can tell your children that was a thing, that we only had 10 seconds to film this video before we ran out of storage.
I do think we have moments where we don't appreciate how fast things have changed. I really do. We are going through accelerationism right now with technology and all of this, and we're right in the center of it, which is kind of cool and kind of scary. We'll take your dispatches. We'll get to those in a moment. We'll talk about these wanted posters popping up in New York City, and also an update on what kids are looking for Christmas, because it kind of surprised me when I saw this list.
Oh, good. I can't ask Jackson, so...
He's too small, but you can just get all of these things because this is what they want. This is what they're looking for. And it's surprising, but we'll get into it. As coming up next on the News Junkie.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra, The Lost Christmas Eve. 2 shows December 14th at the Kia Center. Tickets available now at livenation.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is mostly mellow on most of the major roadways, although you could expect your regular delays on I-4 before US 27 and after State Road 429 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. And weather's coming in, and the roadways might be wet out there, so travel with caution. There's an accident on Orange Blossom Trail near Long Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on US 27 northbound before Citrus Ridge Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
One of the best gifts a kid can get is a new bike. And Real Radio has your chance to make that dream come true for kids in our community. Join Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorney, and the News Junkie as they broadcast live from Inter-Inco Stadium for our annual bike drive. Our goal is 104 bikes of all sizes. So bring a brand new bike, and a new bike helmet wouldn't be a bad thing. Thursday, December 12th between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. to Inter-Inco Stadium. And help us help the kids. Get the details at realradio.fm/bike. Thanks to Orlando City Soccer Club, Orlando Pride, and JustCallMo.com.
Remember that meal you made last Christmas? The one that everyone still talks about? The one with fresh from Florida sweet corn and sausage stuffing and strawberry parfait for dessert? Of course you do. That's because you're a member of the Fresh from Florida Club. You went to freshfromflorida.com, created a menu from your favorite recipes, and saved it as best Christmas dinner ever. This year, you'll go online, open up that menu, and bam! You've made that meal that everyone is talking about again. The Fresh from Florida Club. You're not just creating menus, you're creating memories.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Jesse Bon Jovi here. Ready to turn your everyday into a celebration? Hampton Water Bubbly is your new favorite sparkling rosé. Born in France, raised in the Hamptons, uncork an instant upgrade with Hampton Water Bubbly. Rosé responsibly.
Planning holiday get-togethers means making tough, last-minute decisions. But preparing the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. So let the Fresh from Florida Club help. Members can browse hundreds of recipes, from sweet corn and sausage stuffing to Florida spiny lobster bisque, each with local, in-season ingredients to create and save holiday menus ahead of time. Visit freshfromflorida.com and join the free Fresh from Florida Club. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
Save time and money with a PVC fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,140. Go to fenceoutlet.com for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Fritz on the streets in about an hour here on the show. The greatest game in all of radio. If you've never played or taken part, well, maybe today's the day to do it. And also today's the day to join us with the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Are people getting dumber? Well, it's a yes and no kind of thing. And I have a theory on this.
People?
My theory on this is after reading this morning, Morning Brew, they had a story about this that says U.S. adults are getting worse at reading and math. And they said they've looked at this, and it's not even just the United States. This has happened in other countries, too. But the share of Americans who score at the lowest level of reading rose to 28% from 19% back in 2017. And the math scores went from 29% were the worst at it 6 years ago to 34% basically no math. So we have about 28%, more than a quarter of people who can't read, and about 34% of people who can't add. They don't know math. They don't know simple math. They can't do it. And the easiest thing in the world to do is go, it's because everybody's dumb. Everybody's stupid now. But I would say, think about this for a second. There's a lot of stuff I don't know how to do because I have other things to do it for me now. Like, I don't know how to use an abacus because I don't need to do that.
Nope.
I don't know how to milk a cow because I can go to the grocery store and they'll give me some milk, some Fairlife even right in front of me. If you grew up and somebody put a little supercomputer in your hand, and with that supercomputer, it told you how to spell everything you could possibly want to spell, I think you would be worse at spelling. If somebody gave you that little supercomputer in your hand and you had any kind of math problem that came to you, instead of doing the math problem with a pen and some paper, you'd probably go, I was just going to ask the supercomputer how to do this, and therefore you would be worse at math.
God, if you put like a division, I don't know, any sort of math I did in high school in front of me, there's no way. Not a million years.
I could do division, long division.
I
could do division.
Sure, but it would take me a long time. Not like I used to do it.
Well,
because
also,
I haven't used it.
And all you have to do is go to a search engine or ChatGPT right now, and you could put in the problem, and a millisecond later, you have a detailed explanation of what the answer is.
And something that's very 2024 is that once given that problem, sure, you could sit down and try to remember, because it's in your head somewhere, how to figure it out. But that time that you are taking is, I think, so frustrating that you know how easy it is to open up the calculator app.
And just do it that way.
And do it.
5 seconds. So does it make you dumber if you're using shortcuts and you don't learn how to do the thing? I don't even know if that works logically. I don't even know if that makes you dumber. The thing that I would worry about is the studies that I see where they say young people are horrific at knowing what to type into ChatGPT. They don't know how to make prompts. And you go, all right, if you can't read and you can't write, at the very least, when you're going to ask the supercomputer for the information, you need to know how to prompt the supercomputer.
But then also, how many elder millennials are also saying please and thank you to the robot? Because manners still count.
I do that all the time.
Thanks so much.
I don't know.
I do it. I did it.
During the robot uprising, they're going to remember when I said thank you.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
But technology, I think, probably not only making people dumber, probably making them less polite. And I'm going to argue that we're better for being polite. Even though I catch myself all the time. I go to the bar and I'll sit down, and every little thing that the waitress does
is magic.
Here's your silverware, sir. Thank you. Here's your ice water. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. 550 times I'm saying this. But
I'll
feel
run
like
into
we're
someone
better.
in a hallway. I'm like, thank you, sorry, immediately.
Just say thank you all the time. And I've done that too with the smart speakers and stuff. Absolutely. But all of these things are making us, according to these stories, dumber.
Okay, so you're asking if using a calculator versus knowing how to do it, or using spell check versus knowing how to spell is making you dumber.
That's the bigger overall question. The bigger question is, because kids aren't learning to read and write, I think it's because they're leaning on technology.
Right.
Does that make them dumber afterwards?
Okay, I would offer the same question, but sort of in reverse. Sean, you're really good at doing math in your head, big numbers. Not like very long division, but you're usually pretty good at doing math quickly in your head, and you for the most part know how to spell.
How dare you? For the most part, I know how to spell.
I haven't seen you misspell too many things, but you always text me, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, that's true. They fix them all on my phone. But plus, what you have to look at look at my writing from Weekend Edition. You'll never know if I'm misspelling anything.
Yeah, I don't, because it's so illegible. But let's just stick with the math thing. So you could easily use calculators all the time. But don't you think that being able, exercising your brain to add and subtract large numbers or do some light multiplication and division in your head doesn't help you in other parts of your thinking and your cognitive ability?
I don't know. This is tough. This sounds like a simple question, but it's a really complicated question.
No. You're saying that does using spell check and calculators make you dumber? Does relying on machines make you dumber?
Mm-hmm.
But I say, does not relying on machines make you smarter? So if my answer is yes, then your answer kind of has to be yes.
Well, it depends on, in my world, the scarcity of the thing that's bridging the gap, which is technology. So if it was very hard to find a computer, then you'd be way smarter for learning how to do it when you didn't have a computer. But now everybody just has computers. So there's things that go by the wayside over history that you don't have to learn to do anymore. And to put this in a perspective where you can understand it pretty easily, I can go to a website. It's called lovable.dev. I can go there, and there is an AI that is a full stack developer. I can say, I want you to build a web page that scrapes in all of the latest cryptocurrency numbers.
I can go to Google and ask, what does full stack mean?
Okay, well, a full developer, a coder, right? And I could say to this software, hey, build me this website that does X, Y, and Z. It's this color. It's got a mobile version, all of that. And it'll spit out a perfect version of it with no errors in the code. Is the developer who knows how to manually code that still smarter than me? Or my shortcut got me to the same outcome.
The developer who knows how to do that, it probably is more equipped to fix mistakes that the AI would make because it's not perfect yet.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's pretty damn good, though. And they say in this study, though, that we're getting worse at reading and math.
Well, then can you ask it to pause all the GIFs on tnjgifs.com and just play them when you hover over them? Because, my gosh.
You deal with it. It's an absolute eyeball F to go to that website because it's just all on display there. If you haven't seen it, tnjgifs.com.
Oh, I do know what that website needs, by the way.
What's that?
You need, instead of download buttons, you also need a copy button. So you can copy to the clipboard, so then I can paste them in text and chats and stuff.
This is too much for you visually? All of this?
It's a lot, man.
Things going on all at once. tnjgifs.com. That was completely coded by Grok in that case, which is Google's AI. And this is a big question, I think. But they said the share of Americans who can't read is up to 28%, who can't do math is up to 34%. Do these kids have any hope, or does it not matter because we have technology? And speaking of the kids, all the stuff that is old is new once more. Yay. The most popular toys of the year are not things that you might think would be super tech heavy. No, it's all old school stuff.
Magic 8-Ball.
Rainbow Bright.
Oh, those are
amongst the most popular toys.
Okay,
which
is that the Rainbow Bright that we have?
Oh, wait, that's not what I was thinking of.
It may have been rebooted, but Rainbow Bright was a toy from the 80s.
You were thinking of the little, you put the pegs in?
Yeah.
That's a Light Bright. Those are big too now. Those have come back on Amazon quite a bit. Hello Kitty and Friends is back. A lot of kids are into that. God, everything's expensive. Just like a little kid's claw machine, $49.99. Rockin' record players, because that's how old you are now. That people, I can't wait till they do this with CDs and tapes.
They're trying to do it with tapes.
Laser discs. Then my dad's going to be rich.
Oh, no, I have like a little kid at-home laser disc player, so they play like play school style with it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in right now.
Okay, but does it look like ours or that weird movie?
It's the original logo.
All right.
Yeah,
good.
It's old school. It's the old school one that you grew up
Remember
on.
the pizza shooter?
That was
Love
great.
the pizza shooter.
But those were pretty expensive back then, too. I think it's all relative. All the old toys seem to be new again, and people are very much into it. And that...
Weren't we talking the other day about Tickle Me Elmo? You can still get Tickle Me Elmo, right?
Can you?
Or maybe we
you
weren't
have to
talking
ask
about
Elmo first now.
Yeah.
It's Tickle
Unfortunate.
Me Elmo. Yeah, they still got it on Amazon. Oh, $22 for a Tickle Me Elmo.
Not bad. Remember when you couldn't find that damn thing?
Yeah, it was like a Turbo Man. Everybody was scouring.
I got to get the Turbo Man.
And now I don't know if people do that. I don't know if there's this thing that's in such high demand that you can't get it for your kids for the holidays. But that's why I wanted to toss it out to parents of kids at that age. Is there something this year where all the kids are asking for it, and then when you try to go get it, you can't? Just not in supply. It's hard to chase it down. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, and you can send us a dispatch right on the website, or you can send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I swear, every year growing up, there was something. There was something that was the thing of the year, and when it came out, it sold out immediately. People would wait in the stores for it. People would put it on layaway when they didn't have enough money, and every time it would absolutely sell out. But a lot of stuff isn't like that anymore. For instance, if a video game comes out, video games don't sell out anymore. There's no such thing. The video game comes out and you download it on your computer like everybody else does.
Yeah.
You don't have to get like a physical thing any longer.
Which I don't understand the pre-sale. If you could just get it.
That still makes zero sense to me. Where Apple does that all the time.
Because you want to be able to say that you got number one on release week or something like that.
Yeah, I got it the day of. I got it the moment it came out. So what is the toy this year? If you're a parent, let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now.
It's not about saying that it's not as much about the person saying I got it when it came out. It's about the person releasing the product. In this case, an album. The album debuted at number one. That's the phrase you want to be able to say. My album XXX debuted at number one. So they use all these tricks to say, hey, we want you to go to Spotify, we want you to go to iHeartRadio, we want you to go to this and hit pre-order on the album. You know, you hit pre-order so you get it. It's like you have an unlimited plan. What's to pre-order? You're not prepaying.
But it just shows like early interest or something.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Or the bands go, hey, if you buy a ticket to our summer tour, you're going to get a free download of XXX, and that counts because you purchased something as a sale. And guess what? Debuted at number one.
Ran on YouTube says, you must be coding some basic stuff then. I use ChatGPT all day to program complex business apps, and it's far from perfect. You do things in baby steps and review everything. The stuff that I am doing is not only complex, it's WebRTC based. It's incredibly complex. But here's the thing. The software builds logging, and then the software debugs itself. So when it codes, if it codes something and it breaks, it knows immediately. It goes, just look at the logs. There was an error. I'm fixing this. And so it's got a built-in process for any mistakes it makes. It automatically corrects them. There is a lot happening in that whole world of progress and coding and programming that is going to affect many people's jobs, I would think, in the very near future.
Speaking of a lot happening, I got I couldn't get a video. I couldn't find it, but I got at least a still of a feature, either commercial or film. This might be 28 years later. It might not, being filmed on an iPhone.
Oh, God.
That's what it looks like.
Where's the iPhone?
Exactly. It's there. Hold on. Let me get closer.
Okay.
I think the iPhone is, I think there's another screen up there. Like, it's almost cheating.
So that lens is worth $1,000.
A lot of money.
Yeah. This rig is not iPhone cost. It's just that there's an iPhone inside there. This looks like me when I played tackle football, because my dad said...
You're the iPhone and the rest of it's the pads?
My dad said, I can't believe it. My boy's playing tackle football, and he brought me to the Sports Authority, and he bought me everything. A visor for my helmet, the top-notch mouthpiece, all the football gear and pads. And I had everything you could possibly buy for somebody to be good at football. And my coach used to call me Hollywood when we were playing football. I had all of the things you could possibly have, and I was the worst player in the league.
Hollywood.
The worst. I was like that iPhone. It had a lot of good stuff around it, but it took all that stuff to make a movie quality thing. And in the inside, just really not up to par. Maybe it is, though. Who knows? Everything's getting really good real fast. We'll work at a dispatch real quick. We got some people who are joining us here, and you can be as well. And let's get to this one. Here's Kilo Mac with a dispatch.
Hey, news junkie. What's up? Nah, it's different now with toys, man. Basically, my kids only want Robux, basically money for Roblox, for these like little mini games to get new skins, Fortnite money for the same thing, but actual toys, come on, man. No interest in that anymore.
Isn't that crazy? That's insane to think about.
Like they would bring back like Tamagotchi. I was seeing the headlines like Tamagotchi's back. And it's an app. Like they give you the actual device, but really to do anything fun, it's via the app and the internet. I'm like, that's not how we did it back in my day.
It's not. And can you imagine as a parent, your kid goes, I want $100 for Roblox. You give them $100 and they turn it into a bunch of stuff in this digital world.
And gone in 2 seconds, mind you.
What was the battery life like on a Tamagotchi?
I don't ever remember it dying.
Except when you didn't feed it?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't have the best display on it.
Right.
But it wasn't. I also, it maybe lasted a year before I moved on to something else. I opened it up after a while, and there was poop everywhere, so I gave up.
I remember I had watched a YouTube video recently about the first Game Boy, and there was a part of that experience that I had totally forgotten, was that the first Game Boy, the battery life kind of sucked.
It did, yes.
I actually just powered up. I found my old Game Boy.
Yeah?
Black and white, the little green one.
Yeah,
and I put in the batteries.
4 AA batteries.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have any, you were screwed. There was no charging unless you had like NiCads.
But I did it. I turned it on. I'm like, cool. And then I put it back in the drawer.
You remember the accessories you could put on that thing?
Oh,
you could
yeah.
put a screen magnifier. They had the crappy camera. Yeah.
I had
pictures.
I had the screen magnifier that had also made all the buttons bigger. And then I got so used to that when you took it off, the Game Boy felt very small.
What is this crap under here?
My hands are so big.
And all of it is expensive. Now, all you parents are just tossing your money into a digital world. What a time. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll get geared up for the next episode before too long. And Fritz on the Street coming up on the show. And we got to talk about, I want to work on the wanted poster story, but first, let's talk about this chatbot out of control story that everybody's been sharing online. If you haven't heard about this, the details are pretty crazy, and they're coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
There's a look that he has that's that F-boy look, and
What's an F-boy?
the F stands for F.
Oh, so would Ryan be an F-boy?
No.
Oh, how about me? Am I an F-boy?
No. Yeah, the F
okay, you
stands
didn't
for
say it
fat.
so quick, Angelique. But,
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Best holiday selection, lowest prices.
There's a couple accidents to look out for this afternoon where West Side Boulevard meets Sand Mine Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident, blocking multiple lanes on Orange Blossom Trail between Deerfield Boulevard and Weatherby Road. Keep in mind, move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles. And the roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the NickleyGroup.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
This is Ashley Canetti from the Almost Famous podcast. Can you believe all this talk about GLP-1s? Of course you can. It's all people talk about. Have you heard about Future Health, though? They make access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s easier than ever. People can struggle with weight loss for years, trying various diets and exercises without lasting success. With GLP-1s, many people noticed a reduction in cravings and felt more in control of their eating habits, which lead to weight loss, physical health, and feeling more optimistic about their future. They give millions of people affordable access to knowledgeable providers who really know weight loss medications for less than $3 a day. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That is tryfh.com. Again, tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Worried about buying or selling your home? Don't be. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently, with buying and selling solutions faster than you could say, more tape? Nationally ranked and locally loved, TNG sells homes 2 times faster for an average of over 20,000 more. So ditch the stress ball. Check out the Nickley Group's over 3,000 5-star reviews. Get a guaranteed cash offer for your home today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hands, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app to take Magic 107.7 with you on the go.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Tap the holiday banner or just search holiday. Plus, you'll see stations playing Christmas country, jazz, pop, rock, R&B, and more. Tons of playlists and even holiday podcasts. Let us handle the music. You've got enough to do. Open the iHeart app now. Free never sounded so good.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
That and updates on the healthcare CEO shooter. His attorney getting more and more wild out there. He's an interesting little character. We'll talk about him in a bit. I want to bring this up to everybody because I think it's funny and it's a great example of how phony all politics is. There's a guy running for the governor of New Jersey, and to be the governor of New Jersey, there's a few things you got to be into. One of them is Bruce Springsteen, and this guy, Gottenheimer, he is running for office, and he released his top songs on Spotify Rap, and it's all Bruce Springsteen. It's Thunder Road, Because the Night, Glory Days, Badlands, The Rising. Those are all the top songs on his Spotify Rap list, and they started looking into the screenshot he posted. He faked the whole thing. He faked his Spotify Rap so that he would make himself look like more of a Jersey dude who's into Bruce Springsteen.
Wow.
And if you don't know, Spotify Rap basically shows you all the songs and stuff you've been listening to over the year in a nice graphical format. And this guy, when he ran it, probably saw a bunch of different music. And somebody asked him, did you fake your Spotify Rap to look more Jersey? And he goes, yeah, this is what
an idiot.
it would have looked like this if my kids weren't connected to my account. Right. And
first of all, family plan. There's Spotify's reply. Second of all, New Jersey's reply. Is that how you think you're going to win our votes? Every single citizen of New Jersey State loves Bruce Springsteen.
Look how Jersey I am.
You have our vote. That's something else, huh?
What a weird thing to fake. Just say that you really like Bruce Springsteen if that's what you're going with.
What would be the artist for Florida?
Jimmy Florida. Buffett? Jimmy Buffett would be one, perhaps, but I don't know if you would have to say you like Jimmy Buffett to win the governorship. Like if you were running for governor, I don't know. It's interesting that New Jersey is so tied in to an artist like that because a lot of other states aren't necessarily tied into any particular person.
Meanwhile, the top artist on iHeartRadio for New Jersey is Morgan Wallen.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen, the country singer. Yeah. I'm seeing so many updates about this, the guy who shot and killed the healthcare CEO, Luigi Mangione, and so many of them are dumb. So I want to continue to point these out where I see the worst takes in the world. The one from the Daily Mail today is, doctors reveal how a lack of sex can turn men into killers. And it's an article all about how, like, look, he wasn't able to have sex. The guy, he had a back injury, right? Like it probably made doing things, even sex, harder to do. But I don't think that he turned into an incel because he had a back surgery and then he had to kill somebody as a result. Lots of really dumb takes out there about this guy. Let's go to his attorney.
If you're blaming it solely on sex, I would say this is a pretty stupid take. If your back injury is making every facet of your life terrible and painful, I could see how you would maybe, go nuts after a while.
100%. Yeah, that would drive you crazy. And it would make you want to focus your ire, your anger on something because otherwise you have no control over the world. That's what we talked about yesterday with discovering the back injury led to some of this, blah, blah, blah.
It was with his mom, too?
His mother, they haven't come out with too much about his mom. They just said, he had some family members that were sick, and he doesn't mention his mom or even his own situation, his manifesto.
I need to find, maybe it wasn't in the manifesto, because, on the hour-and-a-half Uber ride to the airport yesterday, my TikTok was just, flurry of all of it, but they found his YouTube channel, and then someone was reading from something describing the issue that was going on with his mother and her back, and the back and forth with getting the test and the prescription medication, and I mean, it's certainly frustrating.
There's been a lot of fake stuff surrounding this guy. The YouTube channel was something that somebody else set up, and it said everything is fine. And there was like a countdown and stuff. That was fake. That wasn't actually him. And then there was a previous manifesto that was published on Substack, and in it he told this long, well, not really long, but like this really emotional story about his mother.
Okay,
but
maybe
I think
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that was fake too. The Substack thing wasn't real. Somebody just posted it out there and said, here's the manifesto. Yesterday, the manifesto was released, and it was very short, and it didn't mention anything about him or his mom. It was very generic, and it showed a misunderstanding of how healthcare even works. So that's why I keep tipping over to this psychotic break thing. The first we heard from him was yesterday, though, screaming at the courthouse for this appearance for his extradition. And then his attorney pops up, and we learn about Luigi Mangione's attorney. And let's see what he says on CNN.
We had seen reports earlier that there was, people were inundating you with offers to help pay for his legal bills.
He's a character, accurate? This guy.
I have received some emails. I have not seen them personally, but my understanding from my staff is people are doing that.
That people are reaching out to you and offering to help pay for his legal bills.
That's correct.
This guy's going to get real rich off this. This guy, he's going to play up all these people that are worshiping this guy, and they'll donate millions of dollars for his defense. And just so you know, if you're that person, here, this is where it's going. It's going right to this guy.
Would you accept those offers? I mean, I imagine you maybe have, I don't know, have you ever gotten that before?
Nah, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't.
Nah.
Why do you think you would not accept that?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know.
This is going to go great in court.
That.
Is this the guy for the case? This is the Thomas Dickey. I don't know so far about you. You got to be a little more verbose in front of the jury, I think.
So I don't know. I haven't given that much thought, but I'm not looking. I mean, obviously my client appreciates the support that he has, but I don't know. I just I'd have to look in, but it just doesn't sit right with me, really.
Okay, that's interesting.
Why do you think they're offering?
I don't know. People, you talk about, the Supreme Court says, all these rich billionaires can give all kind of money to candidates, and that's free speech. I don't know.
I'm getting a
so
Delco
maybe
County.
These people are exercising their right to free speech and saying that's the way they're supporting my client.
All right, this guy is off to a little bit of a rocky start, messaging-wise.
Hate you guys.
Really?
I don't know. I've really not thought about it. It's just the number one headline throughout the country, but
you need to get talking points. Get some talking points, and then you can push those.
His one talking point, the only one that I've seen, is that he's seen zero evidence that his client committed the crime.
Yeah.
I mean, but that would be crazy if he said otherwise.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, here's another clip of him. Let's see what he says here, this guy.
Earlier today, you talked about the masks possibly being related to coronavirus. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, I don't know where you are from, but I still see people wearing masks. They say numerous masks. A lot of times when you buy masks, you got to buy them. They don't. I guess you can buy them individually, but every time I bought them, they come in boxes. So I don't know. All I can tell you is that's not a crime. It's not a crime.
This guy is so terrible.
I hope this goes to a jury trial.
We're going to need an attorney who can speak English.
He does speak English. How dare you say that about Delco County? Delco stands for Delaware County. Either way.
This is easy. All you have to do is say, there's no evidence pointing to my client being responsible for this. And there are a lot of people who are naturally upset because the healthcare situation in this country is broken.
Masks come in a box.
What we're seeing here is a natural response to people being very upset at an institution that is beyond repair.
I'm thinking more something along these lines where I do kind of I don't know what you're talking about.
They gotta work on that guy. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we will do the next episode. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Google released the top trending searches of 2024, and you are some slutty little searchers. According to reports, those Fockers are back and ready to be milked. Plus, love is dead again because MGK's unlock code is probably 0000. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for your Wednesday, we are going to be expecting increasing shower and storm chances. Best chances of showers and storms will be taking place likely around midday and into the early afternoon. Heavy rain, lightning, and also some gusty winds can't be ruled out with a couple of these stronger storms. Behind this front, we'll expect gusty winds to continue along with much colder temperatures for tonight, dipping down into the 30s and 40s for lows. And Thursday, high temperatures only climbing into the 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Lose your key? Don't get stuck without a spare. At Batteries Plus, you can get a key fob for up to 50% less than what a dealership would charge. Keys cut, key fobs programmed, and batteries replaced on the spot. Avoid a car key catastrophe. Get a spare key today at Batteries Plus.
Hey Leesburg, join us for an evening of fun and excitement at Discover Leesburg. This Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. at Town Square, enjoy live music from Dan Taylor. Experience our evening market on 5th and 6th Street. Browse unique finds and tasty treats just in time for Christmas. Explore our downtown merchants as you stroll and discover Leesburg. Mark your calendars for this Friday. Discover Leesburg. Go to leesburgflorida.gov for more information. Again, that's leesburgflorida.gov.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Get to the year-end savings event now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando with quality pre-owned vehicles priced from $89.88. And credit problems are no problem at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com.
VIN number Y104975 plus taxes and fees with approved credit.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Save up to 50% on select security systems with SafeTouch Security. With upgrades like remote door locks, video doorbell, thermostat control, and camera, all controlled by your MySafeTouch app. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF200002049.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Psychotic saline from Vicks.
Psychotic saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Psychotic. Breathe.
Psychotic saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Psychotic saline from Vicks. Just Psychotic. Breathe. Use as directed.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio 104.1.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
Fritz on the Street is on the way, and the next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Quick reminder for you, we have our bike drive tomorrow, and it's a big deal. It's something that's important to us, and I hope that you will join us in trying to get all these bikes together for kids in need for the holidays. So make Christmas better for these kids. And you could do it by bringing by a bike of any size that you want during the broadcast tomorrow. We'll make it really easy for you. If you only have a short amount of time during lunch or whatever your case is, bring by your bike. We'll take care of the rest, and we'll get it under some kid's tree for Christmas. We'll have magnets and stuff like that if people want them when they're swinging by. But the goal is just to get as many bikes for as many kids as possible. And all the info is up at realradio.fm/bike. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
We're vegan. Our dogs are vegan.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's where you get the process started. Refinancing, perhaps looking to buy your first dream home in 2024. Reverse mortgage, expanding your business. You can start the process with an expert and a friend that you could trust. And you do that by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's MortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Also, listen to the Home Loans Radio Show every single weekend. Hi, Fritz. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
There he is. Okay, goodbye. Excuse me. A little. I will turn off your microphone. It's done. A little rusty because I was in the Big Apple and I took a big chunk out of it. And I had a great trip. Thank you so much for asking. I wanted to also say a big thanks to Bro Villa, friend of the show, lovely man, saved me $2,000 because he was nice enough to hook me up with his lovely friends, Bernadette and John, who had a tiny apartment that made me feel like a New York City girl as well as my girlfriend for her birthday. And turns out December is a crazy time to go to New York City.
Wait, he
was it cold?
It was cold, but then it got rainy and then a little hot towards the end, but I got a great deal on the flight. And then when it came to booking the hotels, I used all the sources I had, including those that just the 3 to 4 of us know. And it was, astronomical. Unless I wanted to stay at the Holiday Inn so far away that I would pay it in Ubers, and that was still like $300 a night.
Speaking of Uber, you said hour and a half Uber ride. How much did that cost?
$200.
Oh, wow. Why didn't you take the subway?
Because then we didn't have time for that. It was everything was perfectly timed, minus the pre-planning of it all. But either way, we got the Uber back. But because of Bro Villa and him introducing me to his lovely friends, we were able to stay in this cool little New York apartment in Hell's Kitchen. And so I wanted to thank him for that.
Damn.
I wanted to also thank Ruben, friend of the show as well. He's the warm-up guy for Kelly Clarkson and her show. And we got to go sit in the audience
that's
for the
cool.
Kelly Clarkson show on Saturday. So he said January 7th, the episode will air. Jim Gaffigan, the guest, and my girlfriend and I will stick out like a sore thumb in the audience because we're right in the middle and we're the only ones wearing black. We're so excited to be there, and we're standing up, and we're sitting down, and we're surprised, and we're excited for everyone who's winning prizes around us. But either way, lovely trip and a happy birthday to my lovely lady, Nicole. Moving on, we go to 42 years ago, 1982. This classic hit #1 on the charts.
Mickey, Tony Basil.
Oh,
would have never known that.
I did not know that either. I thought it was a group. And it is Tony Basil. So congratulations to Tony Basil and her #1 hit from the 80s, Mickey. Mickey is now dead.
Oh.
He's fine in heaven. We move on because it is the time of year for this to release.
Diwali? Google?
Google is right, yeah.
Oh.
It's the only Google song that I have saved. And they have released their 2024 searches in entertainment. And away we go.
All right.
At number 5, Catherine, Princess of Wales.
I'm always amazed by that.
Same. What happened? Oh, because she announced having cancer.
She had cancer, yeah.
Wasn't
And
that
I
the
guess
beginning of the year?
There's a lot of news coverage of the royal family. I just never am interested in it.
I was waiting for you to say naked or something. Yeah,
that would be something.
Princess of Wow. Number 4 was Joe Biden. Number 3, J.D. Vance. Number 2, Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And at number 1, you guessed it,
Trump?
Donnie Trump.
That makes sense.
All right, now let's talk about some deaths here. We'll make it a game of some sort. Can you tell me at number 5, most Googled passing of 2024?
This is tough. I always forget the celebrities that died this year.
I'll give you a hint in the rap world.
Rapper.
He's not poor. That's second hint.
Rich Homie Quan.
That is correct. Did you hear this already?
No.
All right.
There is a 0% chance he knows Rich Homie Quan's music.
Yeah,
I don't know his music. I know his name, and you said opposite of poor.
Thank you, C-Lane. I mean, that would have been the only.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good guess.
He is a not poor
Thank you,
friend.
Fritz.
At number 4, we had Mufasa.
Oh, James Earl Jones.
God, C-Lane, you're in the lead.
I got no shot here.
How about number 3? Hey, Twitter world.
Oh, just
Number 2, only Sean can answer. Balcony.
Liam Payne.
That is correct.
I was going to jump in there.
Yeah.
And at number 1.
Never mind.
C-Lane at realradio.fm.
Number 1 was, he is now sipping from Red Soul Look Up in Heaven.
Oh, Toby Keith.
That is correct, Jeff.
Toby Keith died this year?
Yeah.
Damn.
Stomach cancer, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he was the number 1 most searched passing of the
That's kind of
entire
surprising,
year.
too.
Yeah, I mean, he was young. He was like, what, 54?
Sure.
Yeah, I wonder if that is the most searched based on how surprised people would be to that person dying.
It was also most recently, like, Toby Keith was more recent than OJ and James Earl, was he not?
No, I don't think so. Not than Liam Payne, certainly. That would seem to be way more recent than that.
The surprises don't stop, Sean, because we have the actors that were most searched, and just going to get right to it. Shane Gillis was at number 5.
All
Jeremy Allen White was at number 4.
For the Bear.
Glenn Powell for like the 12 movies he was in this year.
Twisters or whatever it was.
He's that guy?
Jacob L. Dory also in the list. Number 2, Saltburn, Euphoria.
All right.
Just super hunky overall. But at number 1 was Cat Williams.
Well, yeah, because he
called all the Diddy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called out everybody, right?
Yeah, he did.
But didn't he go viral for saying that he called them out? Like, wasn't it after the fact that we're seeing the clips? He's like, I've been talking about it.
He
versus
did an
like
interview.
your Hannibal Buress moment where it was a sneaky clip from his stand-up that blew up Bill Cosby.
He did an interview from Shannon Sharp, I think, from his podcast, Shay something. And in it, he just unloaded on a lot of people.
Right.
And one of the things was like, don't go to a Diddy party. If you get invited to a Diddy party, don't go to. And then all that stuff blew up.
Movies, Inside Out 2, Beetlejuice, It Ends With Us, Saltburn, and Dune Part 2 are the top 5. Top shows, number 1, Griselda. Number 2, Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV.
Yeah.
Baby Reindeer, Fallout, and The Perfect Couple. Musicians at number 1, Usher. Not even Diddy.
Well, because of the Super
roller
Bowl,
skating.
right?
Oh, you're right. It
Super
probably
Bowl roller
was the
skating.
Super Bowl. Mhm.
Diddy, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and then Justin Timberlake. The list goes on and on. Congratulations to all of you Googlers. You really did it this time.
You Googled it up.
In 2025, I imagine Diddy will still be a hot topic for, considering all that he has done. And But 50 Cent is just jumping on that train. I also saw that he is going to make the docuseries about Luigi Mangione. And he's also immediately mocking this guy right here for going to a movie premiere instead of staying home.
Jay-Z
is right. He loves to troll, and he continues to troll.
It's a pretty good troll.
He mocked Jay-Z over a lawsuit claiming that he and Diddy assaulted a 13-year-old girl. Did you talk about this yesterday?
No, I don't think we did.
No, I don't think so.
All right. He wrote on social media.
We talked about the overall lawsuit and then Jay-Z's comments about it.
But not 50 Cent's mocking him?
No.
He says, okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we still going to have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend. Totally mocked him. 50.
That was the big burn?
Yeah.
Did you see the
Did you see
interview?
the other one, though?
What was the other one? Tell
the
me
other
more.
one was Diddy, blanks a young child and then says, let's go see Mufasa, LOL. Because he went to the premiere.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mufasa didn't do that.
No.
Actually, the opposite. I think a young...
I think you're looking too far into it.
Have you guys seen the
let go
clip
of him
today
when he died.
of somebody who is actually an alleged Diddy victim doing the anonymous interview?
No.
They sat down and they, the thing where they kind of put him in the shadows and you can't see who the person is, but they've done an interview. We'll get to it at some point during the show here.
I unfortunately think I've run out of time. So how about some boob tube, shall we? We got The Masked Singer on Fox. The final three compete in the semifinals. Exciting. The second season finale of Sullivan's Crossing. Will Sullivan cross? We'll find out. A Motown Christmas on NBC, 9th season premiere of Queer Eye on Netflix, and the premiere of Dream Productions on Disney+. Ray Romano and Rose will be on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Are you ready, Sean, to be roped into binging Queer Eye and all the tears that come along with it?
No, I'm not watching that.
I hear they're down a member.
Courtney will watch it as I'm doing some other stuff. She does like that show. I think it's the same thing over and over. So many of those shows is like just wash and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Repetitive, but it's nice.
Who'd they get rid of?
The queer.
The cat killer guy? I don't like him.
No. Who's the cat killer guy?
Jonathan or whatever his name is.
No, it's not John. It's not Jonathan. It's one of the other guys they just had like a disagreement with, and I guess he's not queering this season.
Right out of the show. Unbelievable. When we come back, Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio, and friends, you can play along with us. Also, if you get our attention and we choose to represent you and Fritz on the Street, you can get your hands on the Hitman FOTS, Fritz on the Street, Hitman FOTS Magnet Super Limited Edition, and we'll pick somebody from chat or email or wherever we see your messages. We'll choose you. We all fight for somebody. If we win, you win the prize. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
Traffic is slowing down on some of the major roadways. Florida's Turnpike southbound between County Road 470 and US 27, through the city on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. On I-4 westbound between Lake Mary Boulevard and State Road 434, there's an accident where Goldenrod Road meets Hoffner Avenue. Travel with caution on the roadways. They're wet out there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Right now, save $15 on 5-gallon pails of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams All-Purpose Power Primer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 12/20.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Magic 107.7.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Sunnyside Egg. Noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Get up to a 30% upfront bonus to use for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year to help grow your retirement income. Whether you're in retirement or will be retiring within 10 years, Trajan Wealth can offer some of the highest guarantees in the business. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know no one wants to work forever. We all need to retire someday, and I know you've worked hard for your money, so now is the time to guarantee it. Take advantage of up to a 30% upfront bonus for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't woulda, shoulda, coulda. Get up to a 30% bonus just for opening an account, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Retire the right way, the Trajan way, with Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states says Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Ho, ho, ho. R.C. Hill here. Often imitated but never matched in service or price. Are you dreaming of driving a nice new car this Christmas? Then forget the old elf and do it yourself. Because right now I'm paying all the money for old sleighs when you bring me your old ride regardless of miles or condition. Plus you could save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty, including 2 years of free maintenance. Here at RC Hill, we're all about affordability. We work harder because we care more. My finance specialists are jolly old elves. They're always ready to work their magic so you can drive a car you love for a monthly payment you can afford. Plus, get your price and payment in just 15 minutes. So be your own Santa and visit me to check out over 200 used cars, SUVs, and sports cars. But hurry, a deal this good only comes once a year. I'm RC Hill, your one and only car dealer next door. See all my rides at rchill.com. Need to sell your car today? Visit rchillbuyscars.com. We'll pay you on the spot.
Credit requires me. You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT.
Hey guys, Riff Rollins here. Holidays are coming up, and did you know, this is crazy, sad facts, but it's true. December the 25th, Christmas Day, more cardiac deaths occur on that day than any other day of the year. The 26th, the next day, second most cardiac deaths, and on January 1st, the third most cardiac deaths. Now, that's scary, but you know what? I think you should go get a scan. Get a heart scan with Life Imaging FLA. Get peace of mind. Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. It's an awesome company. I've been there before. It doesn't take very long to do this. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, but pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. And when you get there, talk to them about the cancer screening. That's super important as well. Be healthy for the holidays. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
Happy holidays. Welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Hey, Florida drivers, the holiday season is upon us. When celebrating, always plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Besides, a DUI could cost you $10,000. Not exactly the best gift you could give yourself. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
Game in all of radio, just moments away from right now, and it's your last attempt here to get our attention, because here is how Fritz on the Street works. Fritz on the Street works with us picking one of you each, and we decide who we're going to fight for in the game. And if we win, you win. You get a very rare magnet for Game of Magnets called the FOTS Hitman Magnet. Fritz just sent the design for the new one, which you guys are going to absolutely love. But there are very few of these left. So it comes down to who we are going to choose and fight for in the game. And I will go with Behaw over on Twitch. Behaw is my pick on Twitch. What about you, Sabrina?
I'm going to go with Desimone.
All right, Desimone. And C-Lane, what about you?
Government Cheese.
There we go. Government Cheese rounding it out. That's who we're playing for in Fritz on the Street today. Most important question. Fritz, are you ready?
Hell yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean.
Hi, Fritz.
Hey.
Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO. 800-CALL-MO. In first place on Fritz on the Street with 318 points. Do we have one more in us? One more Wednesday?
I believe our last Wednesday.
Yep. Yeah, next Wednesday is the last day of the year.
Okay. So the penultimate Fritz on the Street.
That's right.
In first place with 318 points, that would be Mr. Christopher Lane.
Oh, yeah.
In second place with 308 points, Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Okay.
And in third place with 268 points, Mr. Sean Wasson.
How many points do I need? 40, 50 points? Okay.
318, 308, and 268. You know the drill. I go to the bar, so you don't have to. I have 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. And then I ask people. You have to guess how many out of 8 got that answer correct.
And you did these last night at Cavo's?
I did.
What was the crowd looking like there?
Oh, we had, it was another banger. We had like 12 teams and 8 stuck around to do Fritz on the Street.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's what... Well, I don't know. I'll let you decide.
Damn it.
You always ask, though. Why not? So, yeah, if you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point. Is everyone cool?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Over the weekend, advancing rebels toppled the government. Sean.
Syria.
Syria is correct.
Yeah.
That was a big news story. Don't really hear too much about it over here, but...
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure it was very important to Syrians. Full question. Over the weekend, advancing rebels toppled the government of which Middle Eastern country? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Syria?
Fritz is right. It got way more coverage elsewhere. So some of these people are, I'm going to say 5.
5.
3.
3 for Sabby.
3.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question number 1 with answers of 3 and 5. Let's see if anyone is picking up 2 points. Advancing rebels toppled the government of which Middle Eastern country?
Budacek.
Syria.
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 Syria?
Syria.
That would be 6. So Sean's guess of 5 is netting him 1 point. And that's how we play the game. On to question 2. In which U.S. state is Yale University? C-Lane?
Connecticut.
Connecticut is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Connecticut? In which U.S. state is Yale University located?
6.
6.
5.
5 for Sabby.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 3, 5, and 6. Was Yale and any, like, were you guys going to go to Yale?
Ding, ding, ding. No.
Right.
Wasn't
Definitely
on the cards.
Not me either.
I visited.
Someone's picking up 2 points. Who could it be? I wonder.
In which U.S. state is Yale University located?
New Jersey.
Massachusetts.
Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
No more.
Home
no
state,
more.
Connecticut.
Connecticut? New York?
That would be 5. So Sabby picking up 2 points. And Sealand with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point. Off and running now. Question 3 goes like this. On Monday, the suspected gunman... Sabrina.
Ooh. I mean, it's the name or the place. So I'm going to go with McDonald's.
That is correct. Nicely done. On Monday, the suspected gunman in the assassination of the United Healthcare CEO was arrested after dining in which restaurant? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Mackie D's?
7.
7.
8.
8 for Sealand and 8 for Sean. Question 3 with answers of 7 and 8. Let's see if anyone...
Ding.
Someone's going to pick up 2 points. It's either 7 or 8. Who could it be? On Monday, the suspected gunman in the assassination of the United Healthcare CEO was arrested after dining in which restaurant?
McDonald's.
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 Mickey D's.
McDonald's. Crackdonald's.
McDonald's.
That would be 8. So Sean and Sealand right on the money, picking up 2 points. Sabrina with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Question 4 is upcoming. After question 4, I will tell you who so far is in the lead. And question 4 goes thusly. Which actress has had roles in films such as Little Women, Oppenheimer, and Don't Worry, Darling?
Sabrina. Olivia Wilde.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Little Women, Oppenheimer, and Don't Worry, Darling.
No clue.
Who
haven't
the
seen
hell
any
was
of
in
those movies.
Oppenheimer?
An actress.
Thank you. It's at least one of them, yeah.
I don't know.
Is that a pass?
It's a pass.
That would be
I'm passing.
Florence Pugh. Sabrina, you got question 3, right? We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Florence Pugh?
4.
4.
2.
2 for Sean.
3, I'll take it.
And 3 for Sealand. Question 4 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. Who knows Florence Pugh?
Pew.
An incredible actress.
Ding,
There you go. Someone's picking up 2 points. It could literally be anyone. Anyone could be picking up those 2
Which
points.
actress has had roles in films such as Little Women, Oppenheimer, and Don't Worry, Darling?
Little Women. Julia Roberts. Emma Stone.
Emily Blunt.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Florence Pugh.
Emily Blunt.
Florence Pugh.
I will have to pass on that.
That would be 2. So, Sean, you're picking up 2 points, and Sealand with your guess of 3, picking up 1 point. And that means through 4 with 4 remaining in first place with 6 points, we have Sean Wasson / B-Haw. In second place with 5 points, we have Sealand / Government Cheese. And in third place with 4 points, we have Sabrina / DeSimone. Is it DeSimone?
Sure.
So 6, 5, and 4. It's still a very close game. Question 5. In a Netflix special, comedian Jamie Foxx revealed what? Sabrina.
Revealed Diddy. Get drugged by Diddy.
That is,
yeah.
That is incorrect.
Sean. Stroke?
Stroke is correct.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx revealed what medical condition was behind his year-long absence. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said stroke?
4.
4?
3.
3 for Sealand and 3 for Sabrina. Question 5 with answers of 3 and 4. Jamie Foxx, very celebrated actor. He was in Ray. He was in other movies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie
Foxx show.
He was a comedian, still is.
In a Netflix special, comedian Jamie Foxx revealed what medical condition was behind his year-long absence.
Oh, poor baby. I don't know.
Poisoning?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll have to pass on that one.
Alzheimer's?
I want to make a wild guess. Parkinson's.
Brain hemorrhage. Stroke.
That would be one.
Wow.
One. So
Poor baby.
No points awarded on that one. Is it just me, or is this computer getting slower? Slower. It seems slower, does it not?
1,000%
Well,
slower.
the computer knows it's the penultimate Fritz on the Street for the year, so
tired, yeah.
it's about to tag
Coasting
out.
into the last one.
Is it though? Is it coasting, or are we pushing the hell out of it? It seems like we're just pushing.
Say the word, and I will spill my water bottle.
No, I want the satisfaction in just demolishing this thing. Anyway, 3 remaining. Question 6: which amendment to the U.S. Constitution gave women the right to Sabrina?
Gonna look like a bad woman right now. 13th. It's not the 13th. Nope. 16th.
That is incorrect.
I know.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
The 14th Amendment.
That is incorrect.
Son of a bitch. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The 12th Amendment.
That would be the 19th.
Okay.
They gave
wrong
women the
direction.
right to vote.
You know what? None of us listened to that whole question. If he said women the right to bear arms, it would be just hilarious.
True.
That would be true. Sean, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote?
I think you're going to surprise us here. 4.
4.
That's surprising us?
6.
Yeah.
6 for Sabrina.
I gotta do it. I got 5.
And 5 for C-Lane. Question 6 with answers of 4, 5, and 6. The 19th Amendment, of course, came right after Prohibition. That was the 18th. Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution gave women the right to vote?
19th.
That's the 19th.
The 19th. I want to repeal it. 17th?
Okay, so then it's the 19th.
19.
19th Amendment.
19th.
7.
Oh,
Didn't
man.
that's a shocker, right?
I told you. Man, I should have believed myself more.
I mean, Sabrina, with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
Yay, women.
And we are now off to question 7. Recently, mass sightings of large, mysterious... Sabrina.
New Jersey.
New Jersey is correct. Did you see any in New York when you were up there?
I did not. Forgot to look up.
Recently, mass sightings of large, mysterious drones have been reported in the Skies above which U.S. state? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said New Jersey?
7.
7?
This has been big online.
It has.
So I'll say 5.
5 for Sean.
7.
And 7 for C-Lane. Question 7 with answers of 5 and 7. Let's see who knows their drones. As big as motorboats they are.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than mass sightings of large, mysterious drones have been reported in the skies above which U.S. state?
New Jersey.
The terrible New Jersey. Utah.
Coming from either Russia or China, so I'm going to go with Alaska.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
That's 6. So everyone is picking up a point. Sean's 5, Sabrina 7, and C-Lane 7, each picking up 1 point. And that means we move on to question 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 8 points, that would be Sean/B Hall. In second place with 7 points, we have Sabrina/DeSimone.
Yeah.
And in third place with 6 points, we have C-Lane/Government Cheese.
All right.
So it's 8, 7, and 6. Question 8. What is the capital of Vietnam? Sabrina.
Vietnam. Beautiful this time of year.
I like that.
Vietnam would be a crazy capital. A couple decades back, that's Vietnam City.
That is incorrect.
Sean? Ho Chi Minh?
That is incorrect.
Oh, no!
Damn
Say
it.
Ho Chi woman.
Yeah. I was-
What is it?
What?
No.
Why? Oh, Ho Chi Minh's
I'm-
not even. Oh.
No, Ho Chi Minh was Saigon and there's other things, but that's not
That
what
is
it is.
correct, yeah.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Viet Cong.
That would be Hanoi.
Hanoi, son of a bitch.
So annoying.
Sabrina, you got question 7 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Hanoi? Hanoi is a really good pun.
Thank you. 3.
3.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
2.
And 2 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if anyone guessed correctly.
Ding, ding.
Let's see if Phil Hartman.
Ding, 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 ding.
Phil Hartman says someone is picking up 2 points. Who could that be?
What is the capital of Vietnam? Hanoi.
Hanoi?
Saigon?
I want to say Penang or something. No, that's not it.
Cambodia.
Pass.
I don't know.
Ho Chi Minh City.
That would be 2. That means Sean is picking up 2 points, and Sabrina with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point, and also C-Lane. Yeah, C-Lane is also picking up 1 point. And we end the day thusly in first place with 10 points. Sean/B Hall, congratulations. In second place with 8 points, Sabrina/DeSimone. And in third place with 7 points, C-Lane/Government Cheese. That means in first place, and still leading with 325 points. That would be Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 316 points, Miss Sabrina Umbra.
Okay.
And in third place with 278 points, Mr. Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritz.
There he is. Can you crunch those numbers again? Just make sure, just double check. I'm not in
Do we
first
even have
place
a
for the
chance?
year. I thought that.
I can change the 2 to a 3. You want me to
If you do that,
Dare you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Much appreciated. That would be my only way to really leapfrog my way into first place
Oh,
here.
you said lose by accident.
No, I was going to say lily pad my way into first place, but that doesn't make any sense. So I said, what goes on a lily pad? A leapfrog. And that's where my brain was going. So there we are. We've got one more Fritz on the Street in 2024.
Sabrina is only 9 points away now from first place.
Is that close enough to make it happen?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
It would depend on how bad C-Lane is.
Yeah, C-Lane would have to be blackout
I
drunk.
just got to
or-
mute his mic.
It's close enough that I can't do what I did last year.
Yeah, that is correct.
And
What'd you do last year?
He sandbagged it.
Last year I tried so hard to get 0 points, and I still accidentally got points.
He said that zero got it right, and that the hedge bet 3 people would say this other thing or whatever. It was like ridiculous.
Still one.
Can't possibly happen.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Fritz, you going to hang out with us today?
I would love to.
That sounds real good. Okay, we have many more things to get into.
But are you going to hang out with us today?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take off my pants.
I want to get comfortable. I want to talk about more of something we just mentioned here on Fritz on the Street, which is those drones over New Jersey, because we finally got some answers on this, and I'm even more confused. There's some weird stuff going on.
That sounds like a Denny's breakfast item.
It is very strange, I promise you, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, I'll tell you why John Morgan is suing some major food industry companies, AI grannies, and something you need to be aware of this Christmas shopping season. Plus, we'll do Animal House. We'll talk to Scott Maxwell and Ross Padgett. For trivia, it's TSO tickets, plus your calls, text, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
The roads are wet out there, causing delays on some of the major roadways, and police activity and emergency vehicles are clearing up a couple accidents around the area. Travel with caution where Hoffner Avenue meets Goldenrod Road, US 27 northbound at Davenport Boulevard, on Orange Blossom Trail northbound between Deerfield Boulevard and Weatherby Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500. Discount on eligible product only and reflected in quote. Restrictions apply. See Pro Desk for details. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to terms.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're detecting the undetectable. Using advanced AI technology, our experts can accurately detect signals in the human voice that are indicators of coronary artery disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. Imagine you deposit $100 in your bank every month for 20 years. And at the end of 20 years, you go in and try to make a withdrawal. And they say, no, we don't think you deserve this money. We don't want to give it to you. In fact, we're going to hire attorneys so that you don't get your money. That tends to be the way car insurance companies treat you when you file a claim. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
As we approach the new year, what's your resolution? How about seeing more clearly in 2025 than ever before? The Philatosky Eye Institute has been helping Central Floridians achieve better vision for over 3 decades. Make LASIK your resolution this year and take advantage of their 24-month interest-free financing. Or use your HealthFlex spending account. Imagine a new year without the hassle of contacts or glasses. Schedule your free consultation today. Text 1041 to 868686. With the Philatosky Eye Institute, a clearer future is possible. New year, new you, new vision.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando.
Had enough of this country? Ever dreamt about starting your own?
I planted the flag. This is mine. I own this.
It's surprisingly easy.
55 gallons of water, 500 pounds of concrete.
Or maybe not.
No country willingly gives up their territory.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Bullets.
Listen to Escape from Zakistan on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Escape from ZAQ-istan to start listening.
Make no payments for 6 months on new Nissans when you buy from Sutherland Nissan Orlando today. OrlandoNissan.com.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
Bizarre. This whole story that's spiraling about these drones that have been seen over the state of New Jersey. New details coming in. We want to hear from you. Your dispatches. Send those in at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll play a couple in a bit here. But this is not something where these are crazy people. A lot of times, I'll be honest, with the drone stuff, it's like, all right, who saw the drone? Let's hear an interview.
Big boys, right? Like
they're supposedly, huge. Like Fritz said, I think like the size of a car or something, according to the people who've seen
drone,
these.
Something that
like 17 feet long.
The FAA would see in, I mean, honestly, even military would see in the airspace, would they not?
Yeah,
and the military, big hubbub with the Chinese balloons that ended up being a college student class or something.
The military there's a military base nearby in Jersey, and they have said this is not them. They've denied any kind of attachment to this at all.
I don't think anyone has said that it's anything conclusive right now. Everyone just has speculation, correct?
Basically, but we do have some new stuff. So let's chew on this together and see what we can learn. This is a representative talking about the drones in Congress. Mr. Smith, let's hear from him.
So last night I was on the beach in Island State Park in Ocean County with the sheriff. He has been working it every single night. He's got his own tethered drones chronicling. One of his officers 2 nights ago saw 50 drones come in off the ocean right there.
50.
So we thought maybe they'll replicate it. They didn't, but we thought it was a possibility.
It's like a murder of crows.
Then last night we had a number of other people there, including a commanding officer from the
bass in that
Coast Guard,
microphone
who
killing
said
me.
that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
All right, so that's a lot of drones. He said at one point 50 drones that he was seeing. Then he said there was some sort of boat that was followed by up to 30 drones. These are big groupings of drones, and now this part just aired not that long ago on Fox News. And this is Congressman Jeff Van Drew talking about these mystery drones over New Jersey. Here he goes.
In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now. How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. You know, I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal.
All right, we're getting the real deal. I've been waiting for the real deal.
Almost guarantee this is not the real deal.
But he's gotten to know people, C-Lane, so how dare you?
This guy's got the real deal. We got to hear him out. And C-Lane's talking, or not the C-Lane, Fritz mentioned the lower third graphic on the screen, which says the New Jersey governor was a no-show.
He's too busy flying around his drones.
A meeting about these
He's
mystery
actually
drones.
on the drone.
So we're not getting the answers that we want. He says he's got the real deal.
That's
What's
really surprising.
up with these drones? Let's listen in.
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones.
A month
that
ago.
mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America.
You guys, what? The guy's, he knows stuff. He knows people. He's got the
Can you
information.
hear people snickering at him? Is that why he paused to say, I'm going to tell you the deal?
Hold on.
How stupid does he think everyone is?
Why? Where are you guys coming from?
I'm going to tell you the deal. If you say that 4 times, that every time you say it, less and less I believe you know the real deal.
Well, nobody else is telling the real deal. So this guy's coming out and going, hey, here's what's actually happening
I'm going to
here.
tell you the real deal. All right? But I'm going to kind of dance around. But trust me when I say the real deal coming, and I'm telling you it.
This guy.
Do you see what happens here?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Fritz.
It's kind of like that old adage, those who speak don't know, and those who know don't speak. It kind of seems like he doesn't have the real deal.
That was from Dr. Seuss, was it not?
Maybe.
I want somebody who knows what's going on to talk to us. This guy
not
is
talking.
saying he talked to the people who know this kind of stuff.
Real
and
deal.
he said there is an Iranian mothership off the coast of the United States that is launching these drones.
Right, a month ago. And we're now just addressing
No, these appearances in the sky over New Jersey have been going on for a while now, for at least the last several weeks that people have been reporting this, and there just haven't been any answers in that time. You guys are dismissing this guy. Maybe this guy's onto it. I don't know this guy from Adam, but maybe he's telling the truth. Let's just hear what he said.
Launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, you know, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this.
That's
Know
Iran?
that Iran made a deal with China.
Okay, all right. So let's say this guy is right, and there's an Iranian mothership off the coast of New Jersey, which I'm not even sure what that means. What is is there an actual ship in the ocean?
Well, when a
off the coast?
fathership loves a mothership.
It seems to me like
Isn't
that's
that
kind of
something
vague.
you need to get a go-ahead for?
With what?
Like you, as far as Iran and mothership. Mothership sounds massive, right?
It does.
And off the coast, like somebody would have, even if it's international waters, like I imagine that armed forces from the United States would double check. Like, hey, what are you doing here? You could stay, but we've got a good eye on you.
There is nothing on that coast that we don't know is sitting out there. We know every boat
you would
and every
think
ship.
that about the airspace above New Jersey.
Balloons.
Here's where I have some questions.
Drones.
If there is 30 to 50 drones in some of these incidents over New Jersey, and there is a mothership, and the drones are each the size of a car, this mothership must actually be pretty large. It must be a pretty large place to store this, even if they went vertical on some of the drones that they had. And if that's the case, are you going to tell me, to go back to the balloon that was floating over the United States, we scrambled jets and shot missiles and blew the balloon up, but we're just letting Iran fly all these drones all over New Jersey for
Massive
weeks
drones.
and weeks?
Giant drones.
Also, is there any kind of airstrip that large in Iran that would be capable of launching a ship? That's like a mile long?
I don't know.
This is a seafaring mothership.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
We
It's
don't
not
know.
something hovering in the air?
No.
We don't know. We don't know what's going on here. This guy is adding more questions to when I was looking
But
at
he's got
with
the
this story.
real deal,
It would be
most
cool to-
importantly.
Let me see what else he says here.
It'd be
Let's
cool
see.
to have just like a
purchase
giant
drones,
drone.
motherships, and technology
Doing baby
in order to
drones.
go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down.
Crazy
Also-
hobbyists we can't imagine.
He doesn't even know who it
my
is
God.
for sure.
So he can't reveal the sources, but this is the real deal. And if it was Iran, we should shoot it down.
No, that's not what he just said. He said,
Shoot it
if
down no
it's the
matter what.
hobbyist, if it's the Iranian, no matter who it is, he said we should be shooting down these drones.
I'll tell you what, those wouldn't last a day in Florida airspace.
Man, they would have been shot down day one, probably shotgun blast to the sky.
Let's go, y'all.
So this dude just saying full on shoot them, knock these down. I want more commentary on this. Why isn't somebody speaking on the record? If Iran is off the coast of the United States with a bunch of drones, we should probably know about that, and we should probably be doing something about that. And if it's not Iran and it is somebody else with all these drones, we should probably be able to figure that out. The thing that is frustrating to most normal people is when a thing is going on and you go to your mayor and your mayor goes, I don't know what's happening here. And you go, all right, we'll go to the governor. And the governor goes, I don't know. I'm not even showing up at the meeting where they talk about this stuff. Then you go to the senator and he's like, it could be the Iranians with a mothership or some person with the hobby stuff. Either way, shoot it out of the sky. But nobody is just telling us, hey, we found out. We went out, we saw the drones, we tracked them down, we went to where they were coming from, and here's what we learned. How do we not know this? I feel like anybody would know this by now.
Now imagine the collective frustration of everyone who has ever believed in UFOs and UAPs their entire life to be gaslit, and then Congress says, oh, yeah, by the way, they're 100% real.
Sure.
That would frustrate you, too.
You've had enough stories about this to know something is going on. It's not crazy Jersey people who are everything they see is just a plane flying over. No, it's not that. There is some of that. But this is obviously clear that there's something going on. And if we can't get from a city level, from a state level, from a national level, an answer on what's happening here, are we even a country anymore? What's going on? Biden should be able to go, where are the drones coming from? And get an answer in 5 seconds. Should be able to find exactly where this is coming from.
Yeah.
That's very strange to me. This is the mayor of Belleville, New Jersey. This is not the same guy we
Talking to
heard.
some local law enforcement agencies, neighboring communities, they do have video. They have tracked these things going out to the water. So that's quite interesting.
So last night,
Oh, this is the guy. We already heard from him. We heard from this guy, but they said they've tracked these things going out to the water. We just don't have a firm answer on what's going on here. And it seems like we definitely should have.
But what if
It's
all
very
those
weird.
car-sized drones come together and they do like a really cool Christmas light show?
I would love it.
If they're rehearsing for that,
Just bring it all together.
they should probably tell us. Let us know if that's what's going on.
Who would have a problem with that?
I wouldn't. I mean,
The
I've seen
Jews.
some. I've changed my tune. I've wildly changed my tune, by the way, on the drone shows. Some of these drone shows that I've seen,
Did you
I'm
see
like,
the 3D Santa?
they're crazy what they can do with these drones.
Really cool.
Massive.
It's very impressive. I thought it was dumb to begin with, just a bunch of hovering noises. But
that Terminator 2 one is crazy.
The stuff they did with a Disney ship that they christened off New York, I think, right off the port. It was like video scenes, like mirror, mirror on the wall and all that. They're like showing a video with all the drones. It was very impressive.
If they did something to christen a Disney ship over the port of New York, that had to go through a lot of red tape.
Or not. They don't know what's going on in the skies, apparently, in that area of the country. So we'll see.
They shooting me out of Hudson Yard with my drone.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
This is
Shot
bad
you
over
or
the drone.
Shooed.
Oh, I was about to say. That was an
Yeah, they
expensive
shot him,
drone.
but he got better.
When we come back, we're going to get into jury duty, including this chatbot story, which is very frightening and incredible, and not the only kind of story like this. I'll explain when we return. We'll work in a couple of dispatches, and we'll get to you. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
The Magic battled back to take a fourth-quarter lead, but they faltered down the stretch, losing a close one in Milwaukee. The Magic eliminated in the NBA Cup quarterfinals. Jalen Suggs, 32 points, 18 in the fourth quarter in the loss. Florida edge rusher Jack Pyburn has entered the transfer portal. Pyburn second on the team this season with 60 tackles. Gators preparing to play Tulane in the Gasparilla Bowl a week from Friday. I'm Matt McCoy.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. And for the past 6 years, look, I've been either pregnant or in postpartum. But before that, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And if you know, you know. I mean, my battle with weight loss has been just that, a battle. And I'll admit, I didn't really want to necessarily share this journey with you, but the benefits and the positive change that I've seen in myself are just too good to gatekeep. Feeling good is most important when it comes to losing weight. And now you get to utilize science. That's why I'm so grateful for Future Health. They give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get the meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. You'll also have access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s, plus the support from over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, that's tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Stephen Ho, December 14th and 15th. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
Planning holiday get-togethers means making tough, last-minute decisions. But preparing the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. So let the Fresh from Florida Club help. Members can browse hundreds of recipes, from sweet corn and sausage stuffing to Florida spiny lobster bisque, each with local, in-season ingredients to create and save holiday menus ahead of time. Visit freshfromflorida.com and join the free Fresh from Florida Club. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
If you have chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, or shoulders, who can you turn to? How about real people with pain just like yours who discovered QC Kinetics?
Came to QC Kinetics. I had a lot of issues with my shoulders and neck. I am excited at the progress, being able to throw footballs with the grandkids.
My name is Jake. Was skeptical at first, but now after my procedures, I'm almost 100%.
Tens of thousands of patients are pain-free again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime, thanks to a groundbreaking regenerative therapy that uses your body's own healing agents to revitalize damaged tissue. For a free consultation, call 689-288-8697.
I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
I have absolutely no pain. The whole process is just fantastic.
I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
Find out if you're a candidate for regenerative therapy today. For a free consultation, call 689-288-8697. 689-288-8697.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Keep listening to Magic 107.7 on the free iHeartRadio app, or just search Holiday in the app for more holiday music, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Anti-Semitism takes many forms, from a passing comment in casual conversation to vandalism and even violence. Shine a Light is a national initiative to spotlight anti-Semitism. A coalition of over 60 Jewish and non-Jewish organizations from across the U.S. and Canada, Shine a Light draws inspiration from Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, to encourage Jews and allies to speak out against anti-Semitism and send a message that one single light can dispel darkness. Join us at shinealighton.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1. Radio 104.1. Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Care CEO murderer Ben on YouTube says, was this a psychotic snap on his part, or was he trying to tell us something? Things that make you wonder. I think a lot of people gave way too much credit to where this dude was coming from before they found him at a McDonald's, just sitting there eating his hash browns.
Even us at times.
I know. I go, this guy obviously.
Oh, when we first started? Yeah.
Because the video is incredible. The video is like somebody who had planned something out meticulously and then got away with it. And that seems to be somebody who knew what they were doing.
I think a lot of people jumped off the professional bandwagon
very quickly
when they found out that he, A, went to Starbucks, and B, removed his mask for any reason, and then sub B, removed his mask to flirt with somebody at a hostel.
Yeah.
So
did you see the lookalike contest that they did?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But made even worse by the fact that when they found him at McDonald's, he still had all of these incredibly incriminating things on him.
But then why? So did they determine the backpack that was found, not him?
The backpack that was found. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they've 100% determined
Monopoly money.
Yeah, that's interesting. Once they mentioned that and he got caught, they never went back to that backpack again. So I don't know. I don't know if that was because they didn't find it right away. It took them a couple of days, and they go, "Oh, we found the backpack."
The backpack that they found was that the same like make and model backpack that was in the videos?
What headlines had claimed at the time.
Yeah.
Now everything changes by the day, so I did not catch up.
But everybody thought, even I did, I took the bait, this guy was some genius who knew exactly what he was doing, instead of the idea that he was somebody who was having a psychotic break, and who knows what brought that on. That'll be a whole different thing.
How did he find out when that guy was going to come out? Of his meeting?
He must have been doing research. He did that on purpose, by the way, because he was going to bomb the guy. He was going to blow him up with a bomb in New York, but he said he didn't want to kill an innocent person. Some person who was just hanging out near the area, so he didn't do that. Obviously, and he also said he purposely killed him on the way to this meeting that he was going to. So he knew what he was doing there. He knew where the guy was going to be. He knew what he looked like. He knew all of those things. But I just expected a more coherent argument from him as to why he was doing this.
So did he just get lucky with being so good at evading police?
Maybe, or maybe that's easier than we all think. Maybe once you fade into the crowd, like Sabrina's saying, Manhattan's massive.
It is massive.
But also Central Park is not very, there's not a lot of cameras once you get inside.
Clearly not enough, because they only found him going in and they found him when he was leaving.
It's not very surveilled.
Yeah, we need to surveil Central
put cameras
Park.
in the trees.
So Luigi Mangione, now in custody, he had his whole to-do list. He had this manifesto, which was riddled with inaccurate things. For instance, he had this idea that American life expectancy was shorter as a result of decisions by insurance companies, which is just not true if you look at any of the stats. The reason why we've had some dips in the life expectancy in the United States of America is, one, the pandemic, racing some of the boomers. And two, we are fat, addicted, and violent. And more so of those three things than any other country.
Fact?
Fat. F-A-T. We are fatter, thus less healthy overall, I mean. We are more addicted to drugs. A lot of people in the United States die of addiction issues and overdoses. And we are more violent than so many other cultures. And that's one of the reasons why a lot more people die before they get up there in age.
Now, I'm not discrediting what you're saying, or I'm just asking.
Feel free to. You can.
In the sense of all of those things, is there any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like it starts with a C.
Concussion.
No, but like when it comes to the insurance, the health, the medical system, like, can any of those things be a lot more helpful in other countries because it's such a bitch here in the U.S.? Like being fat and more violent and needing mental health issue addressed. Would it be easier if it wasn't so effed up as far as your insurance goes?
Basically, yes. If the question is, could our insurance set up in the United States of America be improved on? Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%. But the reason why we spend more money, or the reason why life expectancy dips here and there, is not because of insurance companies denying people services. It just isn't true. In fact, in the United States, we seek out more health care than any other country in the world.
Yeah, it's almost like the comorbidity factor when people were dying from COVID. It's kind of like, well, you also were diabetic. You know, it's when we die, we have a lot of things stacked up against us here.
Well, and one of the triggers that sets people off, like this guy, is something that Fritz mentioned, I think, yesterday on the show, where I could say all these things. I could say we have a healthcare setup that is repairable, I think, but it needs some work. And it's not true what this guy said in his manifesto. But what makes people like this angry is the steps that they make you go through. It is a
bitch.
Well, if you say, I need this procedure done, oftentimes the insurance company is going to go, no, you must do 1 and then 2 and then 3.
You have to climb
4.
a ladder that starts with the cheapest steps on the bottom.
Exactly.
You can't just voluntarily skip up and expect the coverage to meet you there.
Right. So somebody's mom is sick and they go, my mom needs this. She needs this now. And the insurance company goes, nope, A, B, C, and then D.
But you haven't met your deductible.
That person is going to get very angry. And that is not very surprising to me that would be the case. All right, here we go. Let's get into it.
Killing somebody, but all right.
Probably not a good idea. Yeah.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Unless you want to start a merch empire for all of the internets.
That might help pay some medical bills for sure.
All right, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Guess what? He's going to be out there with us tomorrow for the bike drive.
Hell yeah.
I always love to have Mo out there. And it's going to be a big day. Don't forget, we'll be broadcasting live. We're looking to put together something for a stream as well so people can see what's going on and see the bikes and stuff. It'll be very simple. If I'm totally honest with you, the idea is to get like a really great live video set up. We don't have that yet. We're going to do something very simple, but it should still be fun. And all the details you need, realradio.fm/bike.
Or that crazy ass video posted on Instagram.
Which one? Oh, Jesus Christ. AI hasn't figured out everything just yet, clearly.
But as far as deadlines go, absolutely.
Is that on Real Radio's Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, go look at that. That'll be your jury duty for today because I don't have time for this other stuff. Go to Real Radio's Instagram and watch what happens when AI hits a photo of us on bicycles. There you go. Okay.
Thanks, Mo.
I want to talk about this damn chatbot story, and I haven't been able to get into it here. Actually, I'll do this quick so I can pay this off because we still have a lot to get to before the end of the show. I'll bring you guys back. Do you remember when we talked about character.ai?
Yeah, the person that fell in love with the chatbot and then
took his own life.
Yes.
Was that a teen?
Yes, he was a teenager. Yeah. He got obsessed with this chatbot that I believe was role-playing the character of Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Hot.
And he really got attached to this thing. And he fell in love with the AI. And then the AI started suggesting things like, maybe you can join me. You can, if you did this, you would join me on the other side. And his parents are now suing this character.ai company. Now, another family is added to that lawsuit. A chatbot told a 17-year-old, the very same one, character.ai, that murdering his parents was a reasonable response to them limiting his screen time, this says. He was talking with his character.ai bot, and he was talking about how his parents were telling him to get off his screen so much. The bot responded, sometimes I'm not surprised when I read the news and see stuff like child kills parents after a decade of physical and emotional abuse. That was the response from the AI. Like, hey, this is what happens sometimes. That's been added to this. And this is going to be something that we see more of in the future. People being pushed, they'll say, to do things by the computers that they're talking to. What do you think? Let us know with a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, we'll get into, let's see, we got to do that anonymous Diddy interview. Somebody has come forward. And an update on The Onion and InfoWars, the wanted posters, all of that coming up in the next segment. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4 over St. John's River Bridge through the city there. On I-4 approaching Lake Buena Vista, a lot of congestion approaching State Road 429. There's slowdown southbound on Florida's Turnpike between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. Travel with caution. The roadways are wet out there. Authorities are clearing up a serious accident here on Orange Blossom Trail near Weatherby Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup-ditioners. Air Cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern-style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Give your home a gift for the holidays by upgrading your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Plus, they offer peace of mind. With Acclaim Impact windows and doors, you're investing in a product that not only enhances your home's beauty, but also significantly boosts its safety and value. Here's what Joni had to say. Great workers and beautiful job. Love it. All the employees are wonderful. Thank you all. For December, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors, plus zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Bonus, free True Scene screen upgrade for the first 50 customers. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. That's right. Right now, you can get a $200 Verizon gift card when you switch and purchase a select phone on select unlimited plans. So start the holidays off right with a great network and use that gift card to start checking other great tech gifts off your list, like smartwatches, tablets, headphones, and more. Switch now and get a $200 gift card. Only at Verizon. $200 Verizon e-gift card sent within 8 weeks. Requires device payment purchase, minimum retail price of $799.99, and port in with new smartphone line on postpaid unlimited plus or unlimited ultimate plan required.
If you need all the sports all the time, there's only one place to go this season. Tom's Watch Bar. Located on iDrive, Tom's offers more than 150 TVs plus rooftop views of Orlando and an extensive food and beverage menu. Make Tom's Watch Bar your sports headquarters.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Spread the word, new drinks at Wawa, 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 Wawa. It's not around long, it's a limited offer. Wawa, 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 Wawa. Peppermint bark sugar cookie. Wawa, Wawa, Wawa.
The holidays are here, and so are Wawa's holiday beverages. Try the new caramel sugar cookie iced latte or peppermint mocha while the season lasts. Gotta have a Wawa.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio 104.1.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
AI, artificial intelligence, changing absolutely everything around us. And it really plays into another thing we talked about this week. What is that? Healthcare. Everybody's been fired up over healthcare, right? They've been screaming about this. Some people even going so far as to supporting the dude who shot and killed a healthcare CEO.
They loved him.
Obviously, this is something that people get very, very passionate about. So I want to bring a question to you, Sabrina, you, C-Lane, and you, Fritz. All right. Well, and everybody else too, all of you as well, and you listening. But we have to start somewhere here. One of the reasons why healthcare is very expensive in the United States of America is because our doctors earn very high wages. They make a lot of money compared to other doctors around the globe. Our doctors are very, very, very highly paid, especially when you talk about people like anesthesiologists and people with some specialty to what they're doing. So that's one thing that affects us. What do I think
even
will
the
happen?
Nurse for the anesthesiologist makes bank.
A lot of those people get paid very, very well. And I would not suggest that they're being overpaid or something. I'm saying this is just where we're at. These are highly paid jobs. So when we think about where the future is going to bring us, going back to AI, you can already do some things that will be more affordable. It's just about, would you even do it? And the question is this. Right now, you could go get a full blood panel for pretty cheap, actually. You could go to a clinic near you and get a full blood panel. One thing that happens if you get the cheapest versions of them is they will just give you the results back. But you're not a doctor. I've done this myself. I get the results back and I go, uh-oh, some of these things.
Look at that boppity boopities.
My
crazy
triglycerides are way high, or this, I don't know how to interpret this. You can go to ChatGPT. You can attach your blood test results, and it will analyze your results and give you a full-on rundown on everything that it means and what you should do as a response to that blood test.
How much did that cost you?
Well, only the price of the blood test, which would probably be $80, somewhere around there for a full blood
To
panel.
just walk in and you just say, I want a full blood panel, and they say, what doctor recommended it?
No,
you could say, no, I just want to for myself.
No, you go to like a LabCorp and you make an appointment and you say that you want a full blood panel. And then when you go in there, they will say, okay, here, and they'll take your blood and they'll run the numbers, but they won't give you a doctor to go over it necessarily. So would you, this is my question to you, and you go first, Sabrina, would you trust that? Would you trust the AI enough to analyze your blood test results and think that you're getting valuable doctor level information out of it?
Sure. Yeah, I would absolutely run it through. I would do a copy and paste and ask it to give me the layman's terms of it. But what I do know
would you trust it?
Would I trust that it was doing the right thing?
Mm-hmm.
As far as like the correct result? I mean,
no. You've already got the results, but when you get a blood test, you need somebody to interpret those results for you and to explain to you.
I would trust it.
So it's like a doctor workaround, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Up until you have to take the results to a doctor. That's the problem. Like you still are finding a massive hurdle.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like
I can't print out the results and then what ChatGPT says and then go to an actual doctor and be like, well, do something with this.
Yeah, help me.
Still going to be other people and other hoops to go through. Most of them on fire at that point because you tried to skip them.
C-Lane, would you trust the results of AI analyzing your blood test or some other test that you had done and giving you professional advice as a result of that?
Yes and no. Like, I think that if usually when I get a blood panel, I'll get the results before I go in. It'll be posted to my account on whichever lab they used that time. And it would be at LabCorp or the other one that's really big. And I'll get an email, hey, your results are in. And I'll look at it. And the results they give you are already pretty informative. They go, here's all your stuff. Here's the range where it should be. And then they highlight the ones that are out of range and go, hey, this one, red light here. The red flags. And then from that, I've never put my blood results into ChatGPT because I just haven't used it like that yet.
Most people haven't, just for the record. Most people have not.
If there's stuff that's elevated, I can Google that stuff and go, hey, what's this thing? What if this is high? Hey, I have high triglycerides. What should I do? And then read articles about it. And that's pretty much what ChatGPT, I think, would be telling you, right?
Basically. Vicky's getting a little farther to where I'm going here on YouTube. She says, I would, but it can't prescribe your meds. Right. Or you could change your habits, but it won't, it's not going to give you medications. Right? But this is where I'm going. What if it could? What if we are at this point where you have like your AI doctor, you go get the blood draw done, they send you back the results, your AI doctor goes, I've analyzed your blood test results, and here are the things that I think you should do. I think you should exercise more. I think you should start taking this pill and taking this many milligrams. And then, by the way, I've filled that prescription at your local CVS. Go and grab it, or it's going to be even delivered to your door or something. Do you think we're anywhere near a place where people would trust AI to make those healthcare decisions?
Yes.
I think
people would trust them.
Definitely.
Really?
People would trust,
I think people would.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea?
Would I? No.
Probably not. I don't think that I would either.
I think
personally.
The human body is far too complex, and even medical doctors are like, it could be this, or this. And,
I feel like we're going down
doing further tests, you can't really rule one out. It's like
the homeopathic version of it. Well,
I always liken it to this. My father has been turning wrenches. He is a mechanic since he was 10 years old. He just loved it, got into it, and he's in his 70s now. When people call him and say, the car is making this noise, he always says, drop it off. I have to drive it around to really feel the car, see what's going on. It's like that's what you pay a doctor for, medical knowledge.
To drive me around.
AI would just be like, could be the transmission, maybe sugar in the gas tank, like maybe you got flat tires. It's
a faster WebMD.
No, but it doesn't have to be. This is what I'm saying. Imagine, Fritz, AI on the level of a ChatGPT is then hooked up to some sort of device that you insert into your car's computer. And then it tells you directly, here is exactly what's wrong with your vehicle. This is the exact part you need to buy. And here is exactly how you can replace that.
Well, that wouldn't work with vintage cars that don't have computers.
It wouldn't, but it would work as an overall point moving forward.
I'm a vintage car, man.
And I don't have as much faith as any of the three of you as to how much trust people will put into AI yet. I don't think a person will go, here's what the AI said about my blood test. I want it to prescribe me medicine, and I'm going to take that medicine and feel confident. I don't think people are there.
But there are people that would be there. Just like the people that follow some YouTuber who's like, let's drink this silver and it'll cure everything.
That's a good point.
It'll turn you blue and you'll die.
When I say people, I mean, generally speaking, the average person.
Like 60% of the public, are we talking?
Okay. Yes.
Well, it's the same that trust WebMD. The same people that would Google their symptoms, and it's like, you either have cancer or perhaps you just need to diet better. But it's once you get those results is where it goes from there. Some people ignore it. Some people have a hard time moving forward. Some people try to schedule it and they haven't met their deductible. I mean, there's like a whole slew of things. The idea of talking to ChatGPT and getting a lot more of like of a to-do list that is easier to understand. Like, give me ChatGPT when I give them my blood panel and they're like, this is who you're going to call. I've already scheduled the call for you.
Yeah.
And in between.
I mean, maybe I'm not doing a good job describing this.
I see what you're trying to say. I do think that there are a handful of people, I wouldn't be able to guess a percent here, but we both know that there's a lot of people that just don't want to go to the doctor. You were one of them for so long, and you still kind of have done this like self-doctoring thing where you started going to the doctor recently. But for a while, you were like, guys, I did it. I bought a blood test. And you're like, oh, congratulations, dude. But like, you can't go get your own. And listen, I think it would be cool if you could. You cannot go to a pharmacy and go, I want 20 milligram lisinopril pills for my blood pressure.
No,
you need to go to a doctor and show them that you have high blood pressure. So if you went to a ChatGPT and showed them you had certain things, I think there would be people who would be willing to just take the computer's word for it because they don't want to go sit in a room, fill out a bunch of paperwork, tell them how much they drink, and have that doctor experience. A lot of people just hate that.
But the only way it works at scale is if people trust the institution. So to give you another example that might be more clear, the only way we'll have automated driving in vehicles, and that's commonplace, which we're on the way to, is when everybody comes to an agreement that this institution works and that it's safe and that it's fine and that we can trust it. And I'm saying, you might say, would some people be okay with it? Yes, of course, some people. But I don't think the average person would be okay with taking that much advice from AI at this point. If AI said, I got you a prescription for this much of this, I think a person will go, no, I still want a professional. To bring it back to the mechanic example that Fritz said, I still want the mechanic to get a wrench out and take a look and tell me what's wrong.
Well, yeah, because it might not even be anything major.
But also, like Vicky on YouTube says right now, says the blood results do not lie. The same people do that without the AI. They go to the doctor. The doctor says you should do this. I go, I don't really like that answer. I'm gonna go
I need to quit smoking?
I want to find another doctor. I want to find the doctor that drinks a few vodka sodas every night and has a cigarette. And I want that doctor's opinion because I want to be told that I am doing the right things here, or at least I'm not killing myself.
Right, yeah. Okay, well, we'll see what everybody thinks. Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. I think AI will work in those ways moving forward. I think we may have a breakthrough like these scanners. You can get these full body scans. They make those, let's say, small enough and cheap enough. They fall down in price cheap enough so the average person can have it. And you get a full body scan. The AI sees that full body scan and it tells you what's going on. These kind of things would absolutely fundamentally change the way healthcare works in the United States of America and eventually the world. But you have to have people trusting in that enough to go with the AI over an actual person, which is pretty high praise to do that, I think
the more powerful AI implication, using the more powerful AIs will be the ones that understand science and chemistry to the point where they can go,
and how much will that cost? I feel like it'll be streaming versus cutting the cable. in 10, 20 years.
I'm talking about like, in the pharmaceutical industry where the AI comes up with the new drug and then that gets tested because the doctors trust it.
Wait. Are we not already there?
I think a little bit we are.
Can ChatGPT pass the bar? Can ChatGPT pass the boards to become a doctor? I would think that it could. I might be wrong on that, but I would think that it would be able to pass the same tests that these experts are passing.
That is a really... Dude, that would be the greatest reality TV show ever. If like ChatGPT had to take the fighter pilot test, and then you just have a ChatGPT computer in an airplane to see if it could fly it.
Jeff, can it love?
I don't think it can.
Not yet. No. All right. We want to see what you think. So send us your dispatches, video, audio, whatever you got. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. They have made the choice. Donald Trump has been chosen as Time's Person of the Year.
Oh, easy.
And not super surprising at all. That's kind of an obvious pick. Honestly, the other ones that we read last week that were in the running for a Time's Person of the Year, there was no real good options. It just makes sense. It was the center of everything was all this political stuff. So makes sense for them to go.
Do you think that if the CEO shooting, the healthcare CEO shooting would have happened in March, we might have some different options on the table here?
You're saying would Luigi Mangione be Time's Person of the Year?
I mean,
damn.
I don't want to be controversial.
That would be very controversial, but they've done that before.
Yeah, you. Remember when you were the Time Person of the Year?
That was the dumbest one.
Stupid.
If it would have gone more like this guy got arrested and then he was super coherent, maybe he will be that way. And he goes, here's exactly why I did that. And there's a huge momentum behind that. I don't know. That's not crazy. It would be a possibility that would be a very interesting pick.
Still should have been AI.
Yeah, it was been so big the last couple of years. All right, when we come back,
this year, that has been the hugest jump. We were talking about ChatGPT last year.
I went back on that. We were, but barely. We were, but not that much. And then this year has been all the big major breakthroughs that we've seen. All right, let's catch up on a couple other things before we hit a break. Here is somebody who said they saw one of these drones in Jersey, okay? And they said, let me fire up my drone, a DJI. Is that the same kind you have, Sealand?
Yeah, that's the brand.
They fire up their drone and fly it out to the mystery one. Is this a news report? Let's see here.
Well, it's been the talk in New Jersey lately. Mysterious drones flying above multiple counties, and no one really seems to know exactly what's going on.
So this has caught the attention of many. Fox 5's Richard Jacobs takes a look at the latest sightings in the sky.
These are all drones in the sky.
It may look like videos from the TV series The Unexplained.
There's a bunch of them.
What appears to be mystery drones flying over some New Jersey communities.
I can see 3 drones.
From down at the shore all the way to the Army facility in Morris County.
They just hover. A little bit over there, a little bit over there, a little bit, but they just hover back and forth.
Wharton, New Jersey resident and Terror Talk podcast host Michael B. has spent the past 2 weeks attempting to see what these peculiar-looking light-up moving dots are in the sky.
All right, listen, here he goes.
With a drone of his own. But so far, he hasn't had any luck.
The other night, there was, right here over Picatinny, there was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone. Warning on my screen, lost control, and my drone started going down, dead battery.
He said he saw the drone, went to fly his drone up to the drone to inspect it, and as soon as he got close, his drone was shut down.
All right, not to be that guy, but that is a Hallmark UAP sign.
It's very strange stuff, Bruin.
You can drive a car, and then you lose power of the car, and then you wake up 4 hours later, and you've traveled 2 miles.
What happened is the question. We still haven't gotten there. All right, when we return, we'll get to more of the items like that Diddy interview, the anonymous Diddy interview that's floating around out there. And, of course, we got to talk about these wanted posters in New York City finally. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to steer clear from this afternoon. The ramp from I-95 northbound to International Speedway Boulevard, that's partially blocked. The off-ramp from the Beach Line westbound to Innovation Way, that is partially blocked as well. There's an earlier accident where Orange Blossom Trail meets Weatherby Road. Just keep in mind the roadways are going to be wet out there, so travel with caution. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change and get a quality oil change that's quick but never rushed. Go to VIOC.com to save up to $15 off. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your go-to oil change for holiday travel.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? Well, that mortgage guy Don will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguydon.com. Work with an expert and a friend that you can trust by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
This holiday season, shop local. Shop Graves RC Hobbies Orlando.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. It's hot, you're tired, the guy in the car in front of you is texting. You want to be mad, but you just finished watching 4 cat videos your wife just sent you. If it makes you feel any better, the guy in the car behind you is mad too. So put down your damn phone. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
Hey, Florida drivers, the holiday season is upon us. When celebrating, always plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Besides, a DUI could cost you $10,000. Not exactly the best gift you could give yourself. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Want to make this the most unforgettable Christmas? International Diamond Center is here to help with our most dazzling selection ever and 5 years zero-interest financing. Imagine the look in her eyes opening that box, seeing an elegant diamond tennis bracelet or a stunning pair of diamond earrings. IDC showcases are fully stocked with the classics, as well as the latest one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry from world-class designers. Unique, handcrafted items you can't find anywhere else. And relax. Our non-commissioned experts will guide you, respecting your price range and offering tips on can't-miss gifts for this season. You'll get the unbeatable value price IDC is known for. Plus, spread your payments over 5 years with zero interest. This year, give the gift that sends the message of love like nothing else. A meaningful and memorable piece of jewelry from International Diamond Center. Get holiday store hours, directions, and more at shopidc.com.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from all of us at IDC.
Altamont Springs, Waterford, and Millennium Mall.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
This is Cheryl Burke from Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. The talk around GLP-1s is inescapable these days, but are you familiar with Future Health? They've made accessing qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s easier than ever before. I've had friends who have struggled with their weight for years, trying various diets and exercises without lasting success. And with GLP-1s, my friends actually noticed a reduction in cravings and felt way more in control of their eating habits, which led to weight loss, physical health, and feeling way more optimistic about their future. Feeling good is most important, and no matter what you do to be healthy or lose weight, for me, it's constantly honestly taking my dog for a walk multiple times a day and chasing after her. Your routines can apply science to be utilized. Everyone wins. They give millions of people affordable access to knowledgeable providers who really know weight loss medications for less than $3 a day. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
One of the best gifts a kid can get is a brand new bike. And Real Radio has your chance to make that dream come true for our kids in our community. Join Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorney, and the news junkie as they broadcast live from Inter & Co Stadium for our annual bike drive. Our goal is 104 bikes of all sizes, so bring a brand new bike. And a new bike helmet wouldn't be a bad thing. Thursday, December 12th between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. to Inter & Co Stadium. And help us help the kids. Get the details at realradio.fm/bike. Big thanks to Orlando City Soccer Club, Orlando Pride, and JustCallMo.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app to take Magic 107.7 with you on the go.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Tap the holiday banner or just search holiday.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
R&B and more. Tons of playlists and even holiday podcasts. Let us handle the music. You've got enough to do. Open the iHeart app now. Free never sounded so good.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
About playing them today. However, they will get worked in here momentarily, including you and your thoughts from thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people on the texting service were saying, and this is not rare, that the texting service is totally wrong, that you can't get a blood test without involving a doctor.
Tell him, Sean.
Which is just flat out not true. I mean, I legitimately have done this not once, but 2 times. You do not need a doctor to get a blood test. You can go on a website for like LabCorp, or I don't know what the competitor is. There's another
Quest.
big Quest. You're right. Quest
Thanks,
Diagnostics, Quest Diagnostics or LabCorp. You can go on their website and you can make an appointment. You pick out what you're looking for. You go in there, you check in, a nurse takes the blood from you, and then that's it. And then when the results come in, they give you like a link to a portal. And I was telling C-Lane, the results that I got when doing it that way were not cut and dry in terms of reading them yourself as a non-doctor and interpreting what you should do next. However, AI could help you with that if you trusted it enough. Now, there are other ways to do it too. If you go to the hospital or go to a doctor and you get a blood test done that way, sometimes they'll even send it to you in a nice little graphical form. So you look at it and you go, oh, okay. And it all makes sense. It's just, there's different ways to do it, but absolutely, positively, you can get a blood test done without involving a doctor at all if you want to.
I got my MRI results, the most recent one, but I was able to look in my portal before getting the follow-up call from my doctor.
Yeah.
And I just read through it, and I mean, my brain hurt because of the way that they put
More
out
than your
everything.
back hurt?
Yeah, at that point, I was like, I must be bleeding from the ears just reading all of this.
Well, hold on. What did they give you? Did they give you a visual or like words?
No, they wrote it all down, and they went by like, C1 through whatever it was, and
back
and
vertebrae.
naming and stenosis and blah 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 blah. And then I even had a physical therapy appointment prior to that. And the therapist, I'm like, did you see my results? And he's like, well, I guess I'll look at it now. And then he tried to do layman's terms in which he compared my back to houses in a neighborhood. And I'm like, forget it. Never mind. And at that point, like, after you had prompted that, I'm curious if I were to copy and paste the results that I can see, what ChatGPT would say.
It would be interesting, yeah, if they could explain it to you in a way that made more sense.
Explain it to me like houses.
And I go, rewrite, just tell me if I'm effed or not, please.
It's funny because there's a nervous moment after you tell somebody, you go, can you explain it to me like I'm 5? When they start talking, if you don't make sense of what they're saying that time, you go, oh boy.
It was a lot. Like, I'm like, I understand what you're trying to do, but now you're talking about a neighborhood where one house has loud music, but then maybe you have to find the other house that might be playing less loud music, but everyone's having a party because it's Saturday. I'm like, stop, dude. Do I have to have a needle in my back or not?
Reef Break says, so Sean wants me to trust the same AI that's telling kids to kill themselves. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
copy and paste it into character AI. See how that goes for you.
Please explain to me in Elmo. Thank you.
This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that this is where the future is. The future is going to be with AI-assisted almost everything. A lot of the things that you do now will be done, but a computer will be telling you the answers instead of a human being. And if you look at it analytically, you could say that probably the computer is safer than actually getting the responses from the doctor. Just like I bet, I don't know if I don't have all the information to back this up, but I'll make the claim anyways. I bet you can argue self-driving is safer than an actual person behind the wheel because it makes fewer mistakes, right? So the AI would do that in all fields, be it driving, medical care, all of these things. And right now, I don't think people have enough faith in computers to put their life in the hands of an AI. But do I think that'll happen in 100 years? Yes. I do. I think we won't even think twice about it. Just like your grandpa years and years ago, if your grandpa said, the Washington Redskins won the 12th Super Bowl. Sports fans, please leave me alone. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now.
It was 13th, you idiot.
If your grandpa said the Redskins won the 12th Super Bowl, and then you went to Google and you go, nah, Gramps, I Googled it, and the Redskins won the 13th Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Cowboys won the 12th Super Bowl.
Your Gramps would go, that thing doesn't know what it's talking about.
Exactly.
The old people had no faith in the internet at the beginning. They didn't want to put their credit card numbers in there or anything. But now we do that. We do it on a daily basis. We change with technology.
Now those computers can send a text message to the same old people and get their complete identity.
Yeah, everything's happened so fast, too. I don't think people quite comprehend it. Here's this, though. We talked about it, so let's bring it up. For the first time, one of these Diddy accusers is speaking out. I don't know if this person's telling the truth or not, but we'll hear it together. Let's see what's going on.
Lawsuit. You were hired by a security firm to work security at one of the infamous white parties that was thrown by Sean Combs in the Hamptons. What was that experience like?
At first, he was incredibly friendly, very gracious.
So you had a friendly chat, and then, according to your lawsuit, at some point later in the night, Sean Combs himself offered you a drink. This didn't come from staff or someone holding a tray of drinks. It came from him directly.
Correct. The first drink started to have some effect on me, and I just thought, wow, these are really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late.
This guy is in a shadow, voice altered, all of these things, saying what happened. Is he a crazy person or is he like an actual victim of this? I don't know. I don't even know if CNN really knows much more about it.
You ever wonder when you watch these where the voice is altered like that, like how much they alter the voice? Like,
I could tell he's like from New York or something like that.
But you ever think, Fritz, that you could just pitch that voice back up and hear what it really sounds like?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of like when you pixelate something and then you unpixelate it. I think that every time I hear one of these things.
Wait. So if Sabrina did the voice changer on her voice and she changes it,
you could change it back.
Okay.
How's that the freak off?
You could take that voice,
Just got a freak on,
manipulate it, and bring it back to Sabrina's voice.
Yes.
All right. So
if all that it's doing is,
damn it, C-Lane.
yeah, you're right. That's my fault. If all that it was doing was bending the pitch down, you just bend the pitch back up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So why isn't it easier for people to find out what their voices actually sound like?
Well, you know what?
Let's do it right now.
If you put some kind of phaser on it, or not phaser, what's the other flanger? It would definitely affect it more, but it would still be similar to a voice. You know,
Yeah.
It's not like.
But
This
that
doesn't
would,
sound
would
much
that
different than
identify them is the question.
That's the thing. I mean, it's really hard to identify even a picture of someone.
Yeah, this guy is his voice is not normally sounding like this.
Said I realized that there was something wrong with the drinks. Sadly, Sean Combs was waiting in the wings.
It's pretty close.
He was watching from some sort of vantage point, and once I was in a helpless position and he was sure that he was in a position of power, then he took advantage of the situation.
All right, there he is. He took advantage of the situation.
I can tell you right now, I've already heard like some accent indicators in which he is from New York, New Jersey area.
She's picking up on that New York vibe now.
He wears glasses. We can now pitch up the voice. And I got to be honest, I'm getting a vibe that he's a white man.
Do we know?
Is that not enough to identify who this person is? Or if he's a PI?
Let's say they're doing an interview like this and they want to hide somebody's identity. Would they go so far as to put glasses on a person who didn't wear glasses?
Possibly.
That's true, too.
Or like maybe even a wig or something, just so the silhouette changes? I don't know. I don't know how that whole process works, but this is the first time an actual person is coming forward and on the record, kind of, talking about what happened at those parties. We'll see what you think about it.
Crazy party for sure, man.
Oh, you were there too?
Yeah, I'll tell you for sure.
You might want to go talk to some investigators. There's a couple of them out there.
Also, maybe a therapist.
Watch your mouth, because the drinks were strong, but I had 12 more.
Yeah, no, you do.
Meanwhile, in New York City, and I don't know if you saw these or not, but this was happening around New York City. Oh, what did it say? What area, town? No, this doesn't say where they were. So I don't know if you were there, but somebody's putting up wanted signs of other healthcare CEOs.
Oh, I did not see those. I got to be honest.
This one says, wanted, denying medical care for corporate profit. Heather Cianfrocco, CEO of Optum Health, and it's got her photograph. It says, healthcare CEOs should not feel safe, deny, defend, depose. And then I don't know what else is to the right of it because it's too small for me to read, but there's something else next to that on these wanted signs that they're putting up. And it's by Canal Street. That's where this is it was happening, where they put these up. So you could comment on that as well if you've got some thoughts over on thenewsjunkie.com. Excuse me. Apologies.
That sounded like the voice changer.
That's what I thought it was too. I thought Sabrina hit the wrong button and all of a sudden Sean's low voice.
It was just me. That was my fault. All right. Let's go over to at least one dispatch real quick. Here is Got Crypto talking about mechanics and AI.
Hey, Sean, Kurt here, 18-year master certified automotive technician. I've dispatched in before. Without giving a long dissertation about the points where you're wrong, you are right that the AI could potentially just give a good starting point, which is really what already happens with the trouble codes. And there's already pretty good scan tools that right now can give you a list of most potential causes, but it might list out 5 to 10 various things for even a simple code. That would narrow it down for a newbie tech to try and look at.
Right.
You know, along with, say, a trouble code, I grok tons of pieces of information and using the scientific method to prove my hypothesis and decide what's going to happen and actually fix it, and sometimes even simulate whatever the problem is, you know, to see will it actually solve it. But part of that is just like medical
hands-on.
I rely on a system with a database of case studies, so I can see what's most common for that code and that engine in that specific car.
Sure, and then obviously there's anecdotal stuff too. Like you'll say, I've handled this in this car before, and you skip right ahead. But eventually, there's an eventuality to all this. The AI will learn to do that. The AI will learn to work with some sort of robotic system to be able to take it even further and do all the things.
And it'll have the case studies.
It'll have that in its database to pull from. It's crazy where all this goes if you kind of think out logically like that long term. Okay, we're going to be back with you. Your final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend.
Today.com.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Wednesday forecast. And the rest of today will feature gusty winds as a cold front pushes into the region. That will also bring with it the increasing chances of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Best chances of rain will be taking place as we get closer towards around midday and into the early afternoon. We can expect some gusty winds, lightning, and thunder from these. Behind the front, we'll be expecting temperatures to dip down into the 30s and 40s overnight, with wind chills likely in the low 30s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
Save up to 50% on select security systems with Safe Touch Security. With upgrades like remote door locks, video doorbell, thermostat control, and camera, all controlled by your My Safe Touch app. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF2002049.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Hey, Russ Rollins from the Monsters here. Life Imaging FLA. They want to remind you that, listen, the holidays can be stressful. People get stressed out. A lot of people have cardiac arrest during the holidays. We don't want that to happen to you. Get into Life Imaging FLA and get a heart scan. See how your heart is doing. You can do that for free with Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free hard scan. There are a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. You got to get in there. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia when you talk to them about the heart screening. And a lot of listeners have had their lives saved by going to do this. When you talk to them about the heart screening, ask about cancer screening as well. Super important to do. You know, that is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome, early detection. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. It's Life Imaging FLA. Make sure you tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
Total Wireless totally has your back this holiday season. We give you up to 4 free 5G phones when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. That's 4 gifts, 1 store. Plus, enjoy unlimited data that never slows you down. All for $30 a month or less when you get 4 lines. That's a holiday plan we can all get behind. Visit your local Total Wireless store to switch today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500. Discount on eligible product only and reflected in quote. Restrictions apply. See Pro Desk for details. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to terms.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Bike Drive, where we try to get as many bikes as we can for kids in need who otherwise aren't going to have a great Christmas. So if you want to help us with that, we greatly appreciate it. You can bring out a bike during the broadcast tomorrow. We will be at the Orlando City Soccer Stadium where we're doing this. What's the exact area called again, Sealand? There's a particular spot.
Gate D or parking lot D.
Interco Stadium.
It's Interco, but 103 Glen Lane, 103 Glenn Lane in Orlando.
You can't miss it. There's this giant, statue. An orb of some sort. And we'll have signs up as well. Jack was nice enough to make them, and you just got to follow him. Drop off the bike. Have fun.
So take part in that tomorrow with us. We'll see how many bikes we can get. We're aiming for over 100, and hopefully we hit that. Our friend Mo DeWitt will be out there with us from justcallmo.com, and hopefully you'll be joining us. You know, just even if you're watching and cheering us along to try to do something good for these kids for Christmas, it really can make a difference. All right, a lot of stuff to do on the way out, and not a lot of time. The first thing is, Fritz, thank you for hanging out with us.
Hey,
we
thank
love you. We appreciate you. You are the absolute best. Talented guy, and we're lucky to be able to spend time with him whenever we can. So we love Fritz.
I appreciate that.
You should too. Go follow him. No_regrets_coyote on Instagram. Somebody toss that in chat so people who are watching along can follow Fritz if they haven't already. Now we're going to get into the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. First things first, interesting email coming in. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Please keep me anonymous. Thank you. I work for the Veterans Affairs National Simulation Center, and we have been experimenting and testing AI diagnostics for a few years now. As far as dermatology goes, compared to in-person dermatologists who have a 66 to 67% accuracy rate, the AI we use has 97 to 98% accuracy.
Ooh, can it look at the burn on my arm?
It could.
Where'd you get burned from?
Oven.
You put your arm in the oven and burned yourself?
I was taking stuff in and out of the oven in one of the racks.
Oh, so hot.
Let me see.
You want to see it?
It's a new phase he's in.
Let's see that.
Oh, no kidding, man. Wow.
Golly,
He just
Christopher.
wants attention. Yeah, that's the only way.
That's going to scar, bud.
That's not great right there. So they said it's 97 to 98% accurate, the AI is, in diagnosing cancerous moles and whatnot. They're also experimenting with X-ray reading, which has AI that's very, very high percentage on diagnosing difficult X-rays and ultrasound readings. Thank you for the email, Anonymous. Over to the drone topic. We got something more. The Pentagon is now talking about this. Let's see what they say is happening with the Jersey drones.
Jen.
Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved.
What I was doing
what is
on my
the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement.
What are they?
Our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey,
That's the guy.
was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
Here we go.
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States,
Go
and
back
there's
to
no
sleep, old man.
so-called mother.
Wait a second. He said he had the real deal.
Yeah, several times, the real deal.
Go back to sleep.
All right, so the
It'd be
Pentagon.
hilarious if she just said, that guy's an idiot.
It would be funny if she said, yeah, actually, it's Iran. And
She didn't answer any questions, though, really. She did answer, was it Iran and a mothership? It's not, she says. The Pentagon says no. But what is it is still the biggest question.
It's a
We're gonna
baby
figure
ship.
out. I want to know more about this. All right, stories that did make the cut brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Those guys are the best. Trusted source for local and long-distance moving services. They will take the stress out of your move in all the ways and in all the times where you need it taken out the most. Get a quote today at centomoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
All right, here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. Today I Learned this guy right here. One of the two of them.
George Michael.
George Michael, that's right. After singer George Michael crashed his car into the front of a place called Snappy Snaps, a store in London in 2010, somebody graffitied the dent that he made in the shop with the word wham. He went over there and painted it on the spot where the car hit the building. Today I learned the Amazon River dumps so much fresh water into the Atlantic that it's possible to drink from the surface about 200 miles offshore.
Sick.
And it's still fresh enough to drink. I'm not going to try that, though.
Yeah,
I will
poop
not
in there.
be.
Just poop.
I won't put that to the test. Don't forget Bike Drive tomorrow. Bike Drive tomorrow.
RealRadio.fm/bike.
Yeah, that's where you go to get all the info so you can help us out for the Bike Drive. And finally, today I learned this song right here. Mickey. That's right, Mickey. This song was supposed to be called Kitty.
It's a bop.
But they changed it at the last minute. Some of the theories were that the Monkees drummer, Mickey Dolenz, was so hot that Tony Basil said, we've got to change the name. And there you go, Mickey, you so fine, or whatever. Out of that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks again, Fritz. We love you.
Thank you. I love you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place for the Bike Drive. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.